Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Sorry. Why is my toggle like this? I mean, I'm happy, but like, I don't want to look like this right now. I wanna just look normal. I wanna look normal. One groovy fox. Thanks, Peachy. Same to you. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing today? I hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are having a good day. For those who don't know me, for those who may be here for the first time, I am Peachael the Seraphim, been a change of VTuber. I do art, I play games. I am a self-made VTuber. I made my motto, I made my overlay. And today we're going to be watching a new Zeltick video. A Zeltick video that dropped. This Zeltick video is 3 hours long, based on Ocarina of Time, based on lore. It is lore's theories and trivia of Ocarina of Time, and this dropped right after it was announced that we're getting a remake of Ocarina of Time. Mans was ready. For those who don't know, we have been watching Zeltick for a few streams. We've been enjoying it. It's very comfy, very cozy to watch like Zelda theory videos while drawing. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I love watching stuff with y'all. I should get that out, actually. I should get that out. But yeah. How are you all doing today? I hope you all are doing good. Next is Storm. Welcome, welcome. Vanquish 123. Welcome. Bat Lord Flint. Welcome. Tails the Fox. Welcome. Hi, Sega Zero Gamer. Hello. Hello, Doctor. Welcome, Tails. Thank you for redeeming first. I highly appreciate it. Are you all hyped for Ocarina of Time remake? Are you all hyped for the new games coming out this year? Let me know. I would like to know. Iki! Hi, Iki! Iki also drew new art of me. It's really cute. It's a really cute animation. I should show it off. I should really download it and show it off. I wonder if I could put it in the corner. Yeah, I could do that. I'll probably figure that out in a moment. Let me see. Save image. Save. I gotta save it to my fan art folder. Peachy Dance. Let's see. Can we save it? Yeah, Peaky. Peaky. I fucking can't. Iki animated me. I'm sorry, Iki. I accidentally came up with our ship name. I'm so sorry. Unintentionally. Peaky. I'm such a loser. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Iki. I'm looking for the art. I want to show it off. It's a really cute animation that they drew of me. Oh my god, I just downloaded it. I can't read. But how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing good. Let's see. Will this animate? It's a little large. I made it large. There we go. Look at that. Also, what is this song? This is great. I want to play more group. Let's get to it. Let's get started. Let me make sure I have my captions on. And here we go.
Massive responsibility to carry the Zelda series into
art.
3D for the first
Hi, Saluna, welcome.
To take the formula established
hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good day.
Expand it into a
Let me show y'all the art I've been working on.
Not only
I've been sketching. What do you guys think I'm sketching?
That still ranks among
also, does the game does the game sound fine? Does the video sound fine? Does it look fine?
Ocarina of Time begins in the enchanted Kokiri Forest. A town of tree houses and wooden
Ocarina of
huts
Time so
where
pretty.
a clan of forest spirits live, all under the watchful eye of their guardian deity, the Great Deku Tree. Link lives alongside the Kokiri, but he is not one of them. He'd been left in the forest guardian's care as a baby by his mother, who had fled from a brutal Hyrulean sibling.
I constantly forget Link is just like an orphan. Do you just sometimes think Link was just there? You just forget that Link isn't actually an orphan. You just think he was like, just one day he just boom, just appeared out of nowhere. That's how I feel sometimes, and I forget. You never think about Link being an orphan.
Sheltered in the forest.
Yeah.
Until darkness once again began to creep into the kingdom. Ganondorf, The
Look at that
leader
little
of the
Peachy
Gerudo
go.
tribe appears to have made peace
She's
with
dancing
Hyrule,
in the
but
darkness.
in secret, he seeks the entrance
I
to
remember the
sacred
manga
realm,
showing
where
his
the
mom in a
omnipotent
Deku Tree
Triforce is
flashback.
hidden.
I thought it
The
was
King of
Saria
Thieves
that
attempts
found
to
Link.
extort the
I
3
forget.
spiritual stones, magical keys to the sacred realm possessed by the Kokiri, the Gorons, and the Zora, by attacking the races.
Let me
in
also
different
adjust
ways.
myself because
He
I feel like I'm
curses the
too.
Great Deku Tree with Goma,
You guys can't see my
blocks
art
off the
tablet.
Goron's food source, and infects the Zora's patron
Here we
deity,
go.
Lord Jabu Jabu, with a
Jabu
parasite.
Jabu. Look
Link
at it.
is summoned to
Look
the
at the
Great
Zora
Deku
King.
Tree, and despite his young age, is
Okay, wait. This is a very specific situation. I'm sorry, I need to pause for this because this is very funny. So, like, oh my god, I could draw this too. So, like, at my job, in the stock room at my job in the warehouse, we keep things on, like, the top shelves sometimes, like this. There'll be, like, a bottom shelf here and a top shelf here. So then we have to throw stuff to each other. Like, one's gonna be standing here. One's not standing, sitting. We're too scared to stand on top of this top shelf. One's gonna be sitting here. And then the other one's gonna be throwing, like, boxes at them. Workplace safety. We're OSHA certified. Don't tell OSHA, please. We don't throw stuff at each other. We gently hand stuff to each other. And then whenever, like, I'm on top of there and I start scooting to the side, I scoot like the Zora King because he makes a little sound while he scoots. That's literally me. In the remake, it will take the Zora King 3 minutes to move. Stop, that's me. Hi, Earthbound fan, welcome. And also, Lancer, thank you for the check-in.
It's the Zora's patron
It's
deity,
literally
Lord
me.
Jabu Jabu,
This is
with
me
a
at my
parasite.
job.
Link is summoned to the Great Deku Tree and, despite his young age, is able to rid the Forest Guardian of the monster within him. But it is already too late.
It's
the
too
tree
late.
succumbs to his curse.
He's
and withers
dead.
away. Our hero
died
journeys to
it.
Hyrule Castle, where a young Princess Zelda informs him of
Aw.
her prophetic dreams and her distrust of Ganondorf's pledge of allegiance to her father. She tells Link
Wait,
to
he's
gather
American?
the remaining spiritual
Oh wait, no, I forgot.
stones
That's
and prevent Ganondorf.
that's not
from
just an
obtaining
American
the
thing.
Triforce.
I'm
But
sorry.
the King of Thieves is
I need to stop
one
making
step
jokes.
ahead. Link collects the spiritual stones and pulls the Master Sword to access the sacred realm, but Ganondorf follows him, gaining access to the Triforce he so coveted.
I need to know how many.
Link is unexpectedly
broken?
sealed within the sacred realm
I
for
bet you
7
missed.
years, as
You
he is
missed.
too young to be
Let me
worthy
see.
of the
Let me check if
title
it's
of
broken.
Hero of Time.
No one redeem anything
And
else until I check it.
during this
Okay,
time,
it's not broken.
Ganondorf
Thanks.
breaks
Thanks.
Hyrule.
Ow!
He overthrows the king and destroys
That's what I get for
the
being cringe. That
castle,
looks like a donut.
twisting the world into a nightmare completely under
So
his
pretty.
control.
I know.
This time
I know this is supposed to be darkness and despair, but it looks so pretty.
twisting the world into a nightmare completely under his control. This time jump allows players to connect with this Hyrule in
Malin.
a very unique way. Players first
Everyone,
spend
please
their
share their
time
favorite
exploring
Ocarina
this
of Time
world as a
character with me.
child, visiting its settlements and
I really
falling
like
in love
Saria
with its
because I
main
like green.
characters, only to be thrust into a future where everything has turned upside down. Link comes to know Castletown first as a bustling
You like
market,
Saria too?
only to step out of the Temple of Time 7
I
years
just think
later
she's cute.
into a
Malin's cute
smouldering
too, though.
ruin, haunted by the screams of the undead.
So is
The
Rudo.
second half of Ocarina of Time sees Link journeying to Hyrule's temples to awaken the sages and confront
I forgot
the
what the
great King of
Ocarina of Time
Evil once and for
Gerudo's
all.
lady's
By
name
returning
is.
the
I
Master
always
Sword to
forget.
its pedestal, Link is able to travel
Or I get
back
her.
in time to revert
Rudo
to
may
child
count as a
Link
monster
he was
girl.
before he pulled the sword. In this
Yeah,
way,
I could
Ocarina
see
of
that.
Time continues the Dark World concept from A Link
Darkness.
to the Past, with mirrored light and dark worlds.
So pretty.
The bright, peaceful past and the
Is this like
terrible
a
future.
up-res version of
Not only is
Ocarina
this
of Time
interesting
3D?
from a gameplay perspective,
I feel like this
it
is
also
a-
allows for some really great
Or maybe it's on
storytelling,
Citrus,
as Link
right?
can
I've
alter
never
the
tried
future
Citrus.
with his actions in the past. Ocarina of
She's a
Time's
bratty
narrative
princess.
is
Yeah,
simpler
Rudo
than
is
some
very-
other later stories,
She
but
is
it's
pretty
no
bratty.
worse for it. More than 2 decades
even as an
its
adult,
release,
Ruto's a
its
brat.
story is
Well, she is
still
a
as
young adult,
effective as
so
it ever was.
she's
Ocarina
like,
of Time is
aren't
a
they
game
like
about growing
18
up,
when they're an
about
adult?
leaving the comforts of childhood behind and finding the courage to face the hardships of adulthood. Playing through this game is
Look
a
at little
truly
Peachy
magical
Jam.
experience. This world and its characters
Me
are
hearing
so
that,
believable.
a
A
song.
version of Hyrule soaked in
Ow.
the myths and legends of the
Am I being
Triforce
that
and
annoying
Master
today?
Sword,
People
and
are
the untold
everyone's
history
throwing
of
stuff
a
at me. Boo!
mysterious,
Boo! What did I
terrible
do?
civil war.
Did I get canceled and I didn't know? You guys would tell me if I got canceled, right? Link is 17 as an adult, but I don't know what Princess Ruto. I feel like they're all the same age.
The Deku Tree's call for help,
no,
Link
thank
needs
you,
to find
Lancer.
himself a sword and shield. And in a hidden area behind the village, he can find the Kokiri
Big
sword.
chest.
A
Look at
short
that.
blade fit for a
Oh,
child.
Kokiri
We're
sword.
not told the history of the sword.
The
but we
Kokiri
do
sword's
know
pretty
that it's
cute in
considered a
Ocarina of Time
treasure of
3D.
the Kokiri. But despite the sword,
Oh, thank you for the
most
hydrate. I
powerful
actually have a
melee
drink
weapon in
next
the
to me.
Kokiri Forest is
Wispy left me
just
something
a
called
stick.
Bloom Pop.
Some Deku sticks
It's like a
are the
soda.
cut stalks of Deku
4th of July
Babas,
soda.
but according to the Kokiri
It's healthy
shop,
soda, though.
The ones sold there are branches gathered from the Great Deku Tree. According to the official player's
Probably
guide,
around the
Deku
same.
Shield has a
Breath of the Wild
similar
retcons
origin.
are
It's
enforced,
carved
or
from
to
the
be
Deku
enforced,
tree's
such as
bark.
Ruto
Though
would
Link
be
was born a
significantly older.
Hylian, he grows up alongside
That is what
the
I appreciate
Kokiri,
about Breath
a
of the
magical
Wild.
race of forest children.
It
According
does
to
feel
one,
like
the Kokiri were
more
given
adults.
life by the Deku Tree.
But as you know, I'm
the
like,
forest guardian deity was
I'm like, for
poisoned
some
by
reason, I'm the
Ganondorf
biggest
when he
Breath of the Wild
refused to give
hater.
up the
Breath of the
Kokiri
Wild, like,
Emerald.
fucked my
And
wife
though
and
Link
pissed on my
purges the
crops.
parasitic
I
evil living inside
sorry,
its trunk.
I was like rewatching my reaction to the Ocarina of Time reveal for the Nintendo Direct, and I'm like, damn, I fucking hate Breath of the Wild so much. Why? What's wrong with me? I don't hate it that much. I like the gameplay a lot, like I said, but I feel like a lot of people, I just get very mad when I feel like people don't appreciate the rest of the series for what it is, and they just divulge it to just Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you know what I mean? So then I get very mad at the game in general. I'm like, damn, Breath of the Wild pissed on my goldfish, ate my cereal.
The Deku Tree dies shortly afterwards.
Establishes
But
Zora
not
have
forever.
long lifespan.
After the forest
Oh, that
temple,
is
Link
that
meets the
established in
Deku
Breath of the
Tree
Wild?
Sprout, who goes on to become the great
I
Deku
feel like
Tree
that was
seen in the Wind
established
Waker.
earlier. I don't know.
If a Kokiri leaves the forest, they will die because
I like
they leave the
how it
protection
adapts
of
from the rest of the
Deku Tree.
series.
However, at the end of
Yeah.
the game, we see Kokiri at
It is
Long
its
Long
own
Ranch,
thing. I just
and
want
according
people
the
to
game's cinema
appreciate the
scene
rest of the
director,
franchise.
This is because Link has purged the forest
It's
of
the
evil,
mainstream
and the
Zelda.
Deku
Yeah,
Tree
it's like
Sprout's
liking normie
range of
anime.
protection has expanded. The Kokiri Forest is referred to by the Deku Tree as the source of life, and also as a barrier that deters outsiders
know.
and maintains the order of the world. Perhaps there's something dangerous
I would
out
think
beyond the forest.
it definitely
which serves to
resurrected the
defend Hyrule
franchise.
against outsiders. There's a more sinister
I
side
feel
to
like-
the Lost Woods too.
Hear me out too. I feel like Breath of the Wild wouldn't have been as successful as it was if it wasn't the only Switch game for the first few months that the Switch was out, right? I don't know how y'all feel about that, because that's the only way Wispy knows, like, Zelda in general. Because he was one of those people who bought the Switch on launch, and that was the only game he had. He's like, I've never played a Zelda game, I'm gonna play this.
Fado notes that everyone who gets lost in
Never
the forest
plays anything
becomes
else.
a Stalfos, except for children.
Nah,
which
he does,
Navi
he does.
suggests becomes
He just
Skull
never
Kids.
finishes anything else.
A Skull Kid in the Lost Woods can be taught
Skull Kid.
Saria's song, and it's implied that this is the same Skull Kid that goes on to terrorize Termina.
I feel
in
Tears of the
Majora's
Kingdom is
Mask.
overhated.
He mentions that Link has the same smell.
I don't think
as
it has a
fairy
bad
kid who taught
story.
him a song in the woods.
Breath of the Wild
It
had a
appears
Wii
that
U
Link
port
is
before
somewhat
the
prophetic.
Switch.
He dreams.
You're saying this like the Wii U is like a successful console. I'm just kidding. No one, the PS4 won't surmount. You guys remember that meme? It was like this Reddit meme where this dude was like, no console could surmount to the past the success of the Wii U. I'll stop. But you know, you are right. It did have that. I just feel like it definitely wouldn't have had the notoriety it has without being the only console on the, only game on the Switch at first.
Of Zelda's escape from Ganondorf.
You had a Wii U? I didn't have a Wii U. I was too poor for that.
Of evil gather strength, those
I was like, I'm not buying the console everyone hates.
On the trunk of Link's treehouse, we can find a carving showing what
that looks like Godzilla.
Link battling a dinosaur-like monster.
Speaking of which, we're playing Godzilla tomorrow.
Another prophetic
oh my god, it was a dinosaur. He says it's a dinosaur-like monster. I've never noticed this. This is cute. Oh my god, it's foreshadowing what I'm playing tomorrow on stream.
Princess Zelda has prophetic dreams too.
You had a Wii U too? Okay, how many of y'all were happy with your Wii U? Because I don't understand why the Wii U is hated too much. I have a Wii U now. I bought a Wii U when I started streaming in 2023.
Even folk in Castletown know about her prophetic dreams. Bomb flowers.
I was very happy with it. Like, I wanted a Wii U. When I was a kid, when the Wii U came out, I know my dad would have bought me a Wii U if I asked for it, but it was just so hated that I didn't want to ask him because I was like, am I gonna really make my dad buy a console that everyone hates? Because me and my dad share consoles sometimes. Sometimes he ends up taking most of it, and sometimes I end up taking most of it, but yeah. Usually we share consoles. If he feels the urge to play something, I will definitely give it to him. That's how I never got my PS Vita back and I never finished Persona Golden.
Apparently, they're mining plants.
I hope he finished it.
To carve out tunnels and
I kind of was, even though I didn't have too many games for it. I feel like the Wii U had a good amount of games. Because you could play Wii games on there too.
Castletown Bazaar notes that he's there to sell bombs, likely having just delivered.
Wait, I want to see what Flint says about the dinosaur. The dinosaur drawing on Link's tree is missing from the Lego version, which is more shocking with how much detail it went to the rest of the model. Oh yeah, Flint has the Lego! I want that Lego!
Shipment to the store.
For those who don't know, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up, I want it. Especially because Lego is retiring the Zelda thing. The Deku Tree Lego.
To defeat Volvagia. Gorons survive
Volvagia.
On a diet of rocks. The most nutritious and delicious rocks are found in Dodongo's cavern, and the Gorons have become so fussy that they won't.
I know a lot of you know what it is, but for those who don't know what Flint's talking about,
blocks Dodongo's cavern and the Gorons begin to starve. Darunia had
Look
to
at that.
hide the Goron's ruby out of fear that someone
Look at how beautiful that is.
King Dodongo is
why can't I have it?
Biggest, toughest
why does this have to be $300? It is retired.
This wasn't always the case. Dodongo's cavern.
Oh, now I gotta.
Using the remains.
Now I can only buy it from scalpers.
Of truly gigantic ancient Dodongos. Medigoron is a huge Goron found in one of the tunnels of Goron City. He's the younger brother of Big Goron, who's too enormous to fit
Hi,
inside
Rella
the
Nox.
mountain
Could I get a
at
shout
all,
out for
and can be
Nox,
found on the
please?
summit. Both Medigoron and Big Goron are smiths.
Speaking of fish people,
of the two lacks foresight.
Speaking of
His
fish
magnum
people,
opus, the giant's knife.
Nox, I feel like you could have a Zelda OC that could be a Zora.
His inability to plan ahead is noted
because you're a
by
shark, right? Are you a shark? You're a shark, right? I'm dumb. You're a catfish. You're a catfish. I look at your teeth and I'm thinking shark. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me. Don't look at me.
However, during the trading quest required to obtain it,
you guys should follow
takes
Nox.
the broken Goron sword off the head.
You could be a Zora. I think you would be a cool Zora.
Goron's giant's knife.
For me, I would be a sea angel.
Is broken, but according to Big Goron, this
broken
sword is his work. So perhaps he wasn't always
You're welcome. Look at that big Goron.
Spectacle Rock is a classic recurring Zelda location. Ever since the original, it's appeared in almost every single game.
All
in
Lego
the
sets
series
have to retire someday, but like this one needs to be on sale a bit longer.
Well, though it goes.
How long was that? That looks like boobs. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I meant to pause for something. I'm like, how long was the Lego set in action? Was it like a year? I feel like I'm sorry. They're perfectly placed together. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Spectacle Rock is found in Ocarina of Time's Hyrule too. The Fire Temple is actually built into twin rocks.
I'm so immature.
Crater. Lon Lon Ranch sits in the center.
They call it Spectacle Rock, but it's
owned by Talon and his daughter Malon.
It's totally Breasticle Rock.
Singing Epona's song.
Why would they
seems
call
to
it that?
With animals.
But
it tames and calls Epona.
I feel like this was out for a year, right?
For milk.
Wasn't this out for a year? This Deku Tree thing.
We don't know much about
I think a year's a good
Malon's
amount of
mother
time
was,
to
but if
have
Link
something
speaks
out.
to Talon while wearing either the Gerudo or Goron masks, he'll
2
comment
years,
that it
that's not
reminds him
bad in
of
my
his
opinion.
wife. According to a gossip stone, Malon waits for a knight in shining
It was out for
armor
2
to take
years.
her away. After Link awakens from his 7-year slumber, Ingo is now in charge of Lon Lon
7 years.
Ranch. He mentions that he planned to give Epona
Does
as a
anyone
gift
ever
to
acknowledge
Ganondorf,
why it's 7
but
years
couldn't manage
specifically?
her wild nature. Decorating the Hyrule Castle gardens just outside Zelda's courtyard are
Who are
statues,
these guys?
one of a man in robes and another depicting
Are
a
these
figure
it?
in armor.
Okay, I know there's a lot of stuff that's only in the 3DS version. Is this one of them?
Though
I
we're never
forget.
told who they are. Some Hyrulean soldiers take their job more seriously than others.
It's so expensive, it's $300.
To allow Link
That's like the
through,
price of a Switch
but another
Lite,
will
isn't
try
it?
to kill him should he shoot the window.
That was a good
inside
amount of
his
time,
courtyard
yeah.
By throwing a bomb in his direction.
I'm a fake Zelda
The
fan.
reason Hyrule Castle has such tight
No, you know what's
security in
gonna
the
get
first
me
place-
though? You know what's gonna get me? If they do bring the Lego set back and then I have already bought it from a scalper, because I did that with the Yoshi's Woolly Worlds amiibos. I bought Poochie, Yoshi's, all 3 Yoshis. I bought them all at a scalper's price, and you don't want to know what it was. I spent $120 on that dog. I like that dog a lot, okay? I bought it. I had to. It was the best price I saw on eBay. And then a month or so after I bought it, that's when Nintendo finally brought them back.
was because one of the juggling twins snuck in to
Wait, I'm
try
gonna
and
show
see
off
Princess
Poochie.
Zelda. If Link
I
explores
know
the
you
back
should throw
alleys
stuff
of
at me.
Castletown just
Throw
after
your
Zelda
bricks
and
at
Impa
me.
flee from Ganondorf, he can find a soldier lying on the
Poochie.
ground. He claims that he tried
those
to
who
stop
don't know what I'm
Ganondorf
talking
and
about.
his men from chasing the princess, but failed.
Yeah, let me
And
see.
after
Yoshi,
he finishes
Woolly
talking, he stops moving.
World
In the
amiibo.
original version of the
I have not
game,
done any
just
drawing
outside
yet.
Ganon's castle,
No one point
Link
that
can
out.
find the skeleton
No one
of a
points out that I
horned
haven't
monster.
drawn anything yet.
And in the 3D version, it's made clear what happened to it. The helmet and
Look
shield
at
of a
him.
Hylian soldier lie in the
Look
dirt
at him.
alongside the remains. Though it
You
seems
wouldn't
the
pay
Hylian got the
$120
better
for
of
that
it.
face?
A spear is
Hi,
buried
Tigre,
in the skull's
welcome.
empty eye socket.
Welcome, Tigre.
There's evidence of another huge beast. A massive claw mark can be found on a tree on
Look
Lake
at
Hylia's central
him.
island. But there's no
And then I
sign of
bought all the
whatever monster
Yoshis.
caused
Let
it.
me show you guys the Yoshis.
According to the dancing couple in the market,
Oh my god, I have all 3 of them.
the King of
There we go.
Hyrule is
A picture of
considered
all 3 of them
fairly
together.
handsome. According to a man in Castletown, Hylians have long pointed
I paid a
ears so they
scalper's
can hear
price
the
for this.
voices of the gods. Though
I
he's
absolutely
huge and
regret it.
muscular, the owner of the shooting gallery is no stranger to a temper tantrum.
So
if Link
cute.
starts a game but doesn't shoot, the owner gets
Okay, let me
offended.
actually draw
he
now.
won't let Link play again unless he exits and re-enters the room and won't look him in the eye. Ocarina of Time takes place not long
Those
after
look
a
cool.
bloody civil war.
At
one that
least-
ended in the
At least
unification
amiibos
of
aren't
Hyrule
like
under the
regular
royal
figures where they
family.
sit and do
The
nothing. They
Deku
actually
Tree
do
Sprout
something.
informs Link that it was during this terrible conflict that a Hylian mother
oh,
fled the fires of war to
Good
Thank you.
morning.
What do you mean, good morning? You have an EST time zone, Tim. You are in an EST time zone. It is 4:36. It is not good morning. It is not good morning. Hi, Tim. Could I get it? Oh, thank you. Thank you for shouting out, Tim. I was out late last night. I hope you had fun. But also, hi, Tiny Lady Fly. Welcome, welcome. I've been edging on this Kohozuna for an hour now. When is he coming? Nani? What are we talking about, Lady Fly?
seek refuge for her son in the Kokiri forest, leaving a baby Link under the Deku Tree's protection.
Wait, is that what Lady
A man
Fly's
in
talking about?
Castletown describes the
Splatoon
Sheikah
news?
as the shadows of the Hylians, and that they swore allegiance
I
to
should
the
draw
royal
Splatoon
family.
stuff.
Since the civil war ended,
One day.
however, the Sheikah have vanished. A gossip stone mentions that many believe them to have died out, save for
Dieded.
one, rumoured to live in Hyrule Castle.
They dead.
The lone surviving Sheikah is Impa, Zelda's
move
assistant.
Zelda up here.
At some point, likely because the
So you
Sheikah
guys
had
can see
all
what I'm
but died
doing.
out, Impa opened up Kakariko Village to the common people, allowing Hylians to settle there. But not only did Impa open Kakariko to outsiders, she's got bigger plans too. She hired the carpenters to work on the village in the hopes that it would
It's a
one day
giant
become
water
a
balloon
thriving
salmon fish who
city.
crushes people under his massive
We do
body.
know that the Sheikah were
Oh!
heavily involved in
I
the
know what you're
Civil
talking
War,
about.
evidenced by the Shadow Temple. Under the Kakariko graveyard is a torture chamber, crawling with the undead.
Family-friendly
A plaque in the
game.
dungeon reads,
Family-friendly game, remember, family-friendly game. With
torture chamber,
this.
crawling with the undead. A plaque in the dungeon reads, here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history
It's
of
belated
greed and
birding.
hatred. And the Zelda Encyclopedia expands on
I hope
this
you
by
got good
suggesting
cake,
that the Shadow
Vanquish.
Temple was where the Sheikah took enemies of the royal family to be interrogated, or worse.
Man.
The
I think
Kakariko
this is why the shadow is it weird that despite knowing all this about the Shadow Temple, I still find it comfy. Am I weird for that? I just find spooky stuff comfy sometimes. He hasn't appeared even though I've been at the salmon meter 100% for an hour. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is
Chicken
also home to
burrito's
the
good.
royal family's tomb,
Burrito
and the graves
cake.
of the Composer brothers, two musicians who may have been Sheikah, considering that they claim to come from Kakariko village.
Oh.
In life, they served the royal family and studied the mysteries of their magical bloodline.
All right.
The
Let's
lens
start
of truth is found at the bottom of the Kakariko well, a Sheikah
sketching
relic
Zelda's
that allows
dress.
the wearer to see things which normally go unseen. According to an old man in the village,
I feel weird
it was
drawing
once
bases
owned
because
by a
then
man
it's
whose
like,
house stood
oh
where the
no,
well is
it's
now.
like I'm drawing them naked.
Considering
I swear
what
I'm not. I
horrors
just
lie
draw bases.
underground, you have to wonder
I'll-
what sort of man this
It's
was.
that. It's
According
dead
to
hand.
Shiro the carpenter, the Gerudo are aware of the lens of truth. He overhears a group of them talk about needing the Eye of Truth to cross the haunted
I
wasteland.
swear, I'm just drawing
When
a base.
Link
She's not
returns to
naked.
Kakariko village as an adult, he discovers that the gravekeeper, Dampé, has
I'm gonna
died.
start getting her
and
skirt,
by racing
her
his
dressing.
ghost, he can earn himself the hookshot. Dampé's diary found in his hut reveals how he came into possession of the
Aw.
hookshot.
Why is
and,
his hut
as
kinda
you'd
cute?
expect, He dug it up somewhere. The Master Craftsman's family is quite large. There's his son,
laughing.
the boy who sits under the tree at night. The Cuckoo Girl is
I
his
thought that was a
daughter
Zora.
because she refers to his son as her brother. And
Cuckoo.
Granny is probably his mother, being
Nice
the grandmother
cuckoo,
of
bro.
the craftsman's two children. The old man in Kakariko also mentions that a family who once lived in the village was cursed due to their greed. This refers to the family in the Skulltula house, who have been twisted into half-human, half-spider living nightmares.
The new
This
Zelda looks
doesn't
like
seem
Pixar.
Like it was Ganondorf's doing.
A
It
lot
was
of
the
people
curse of the
say
gold
it's Unreal
Skulltulas,
Engine
which Link
5,
can hunt down
right?
to return the family.
It is Unreal Engine. Is it actually Unreal Engine 5? But like, I don't know. A lot of people say it's I don't know, like Souls-like. I don't know how to say it. It's like it is very realistic. I don't think there is a problem with it as long as they still have like the stylized parts. It looks like Unreal Engine to you. I see. But there's so many mods. Like there's a whole mod community for Ocarina of Time where it's high res, up res. So clearly fans have been wanting this for a long time. Nintendo's just trying to deliver on that. Because I've seen Ocarina of Time mods since like, I don't know, since like Breath of the Wild first was ever even announced.
To normal.
It's probably
The
Unreal
Mask
Engine
of
5.
Truth is another Sheikah
They're using it
relic,
for Yoshi and
this time
others.
loaned to Link by the Happy Mask salesman.
It doesn't look realistic to me at
He mentions
all,
that it
and
has been
just the
passed down
textures
through
are.
generations
That
of
is a little
Sheikah.
freaky.
The mask
I
salesman
think personally they need to do what they did with Mario Odyssey. Because Mario Odyssey is like the perfect mix between stylization and detailed. You know what I mean?
will also loan
It's
Link
not
a
realistic
far
by default,
creepier
yeah.
mask, aptly named the Spooky
I don't know what to think about the
Mask,
remake
which
yet. We
bears
barely
an
seen
uncanny
anything.
resemblance to the
That's
masks
very
worn
true.
by Redettes, especially
I don't
in
want to
the
be quick to
N64
judge on the
version.
remake just because it
It's
looks
sold to the boy in the
realistic.
graveyard to help him look scary. But
Yeah,
according to the
that's what I was saying the other day in the direct. I wish they showed us more, but I couldn't, like, especially if they're gonna release it so soon, why wouldn't they show us more if they're gonna release it before 2026? I also think that it's probably a mistake that they're gonna end up releasing it before 2026 because look at this, look at all this stuff with Pokemon. Like, how Pokemon's been downgraded for people, and it's because they're rushing this shit. And then they're saying that Game Freak doesn't have enough time to, or resources to have it look the way people want it. Stuff like that. I suppose they're not doing the manga style I would have done with an Ocarina of Time remake if I was the king of Nintendo. There's no president of Nintendo, Flint. It's just the king. The Nintendo king. It looks like they're doing the same thing as Odyssey, except for proportions. Odyssey also had realistic textures, basically for everything, including Mario's mustache. Yeah, true. They, like, had every single hair follicle detail, and I still think it was like, very stylized at the same time. Hi, Ivy. Welcome. Welcome. We just started.
From the wood of a coffin. The graveyard kid mysteriously
I'm the uncle from Nintendo.
Time jump.
I love that, thank you.
As an adult,
I'm the uncle that works for Nintendo.
According to Yoshiaki Koizumi, the boy met with a rather grim fate. He wandered into the lost woods in search of his family and got lost. As with all Hylian children,
I was talking to Flint, but yes, you too. Yay! Flint, we're the uncles of Nintendo.
A similarly unfortunate end during the big Goron sword trading quest.
Yippee!
Disgusted by everyone, even his family, he leaves Kakariko for the lost woods.
Why does that cuckoo look blue? It's just the lighting, I know, but it looks blue.
Granny,
it's a blue cuckoo.
To make medicine, but ominously notes that it
I don't make unk slop and unk slop
returns, the boy is gone.
Alright, Flint.
He turned into a Stalfos.
Oh god.
The kid's dad is the guard at the gate leading to Death Mountain. He asks Link to sell him a Keaton mask.
It's interesting how much we learn in Majora's Mask about everything else.
The guard just wears it himself. It's not clear what exactly the skull mask is meant to represent.
I don't remember that mask.
In order to make him look scarier.
What is that mask? Oh, Sofu-chan! Hi, Sofu! Welcome. Can I get a shout out for Sofu, my Sonato bestie? Speaking of which, I have Sonato on the screen. Hee.
Fado asks if you're meant to be a forest ghost.
This will make the joke a lot less funny. Uncle is poop in Japanese. Oh!
And the Deku Scrubs in the forest stage will comment that the mask looks
Deku Scrubs.
Like their sacred
Look at them!
Tutor, though it's not
I love Deku Scrubs. They're so cute.
Granny has a pet tiger cub on her desk.
Is that real?
Version,
where'd she get that?
Shop can be translated to read,
Deku Scrubs are adorable.
Of medicine is akin to poison.
Hey, what's with the Twilight Princess music?
Cure for a fool.
This is an Ocarina of Time video.
Good medicine is hard to
Not that I'm complaining.
The forest temple is the abandoned.
Ooh, he's holding the hook shot.
Fortified
Watch out!
In the depths of the lost woods.
I thought it was a toy tiger too all this time, and he's saying it's real.
Built it remains a mystery. But an interview with character designer Satoru Takizawa reveals some interesting information.
That's a lot of words. I hope he reads it for me.
Who Link must hunt down throughout the temple. He notes that these Poes were once priestesses.
Okay, he's reading it for me, I think.
In the temple in the distant past.
Yeah, looking forward to Sofu-chan's model debut, and also I'm actually going to be watching the new Amazing Digital Circus episode when it releases with Sofua and Shino, and it's going to be their first time watching it. I think they've avoided spoilers, I hope, and I don't think they've seen it in cinema. Yeah. We're going to be watching that next week. We're not going to be watching it with releases, though. We're going to be watching it next Sunday. Because I have work, both the day of and the day after. So I want a lot of time to stream with Sofu and Shino. And also we're going to try the Digital Circus Fortnite skins. So we're going to play Fortnite after we're done watching the new episode, the final episode. And talk about our thoughts. Because I have many thoughts I've been holding for a while. I'm sorry, Sofu. I'm forcing her.
The eldest sister,
I'm forcing Sofu to play Fortnite.
After her three sisters have been defeated.
Aww,
after Link defeats
I like the pose. They're so cute.
Phantom Ganon, Ganondorf himself speaks to Link,
You're being forced
in his creation and his intention to banish it to what he calls
I'm sorry. I want to try it with you guys.
Link as a child for his lack of a fairy.
I feel like you would like it.
Of how close the hero
I love playing Fortnite with Wispy.
After the 7-year jump, he doesn't
It's a good couple activity for you and Shino.
After the forest temple, explains that if he saw Link again,
he got happy.
Saria really liked
him
and would apologize for being mean.
It might be fun to see a Souls-like Zelda. I feel like Breath of the Wild is already a Souls-like Zelda, no? Kind of? I mean, like, in terms of difficulty, sometimes it can be difficult. Sometimes I feel like it can be easy, because for me, Breath of the Wild, sometimes I'd just be sniping enemies from very far away. Like, that's how I fought the Hinoxes. I would just, like, snipe their eyeball from very far away. Or I'll throw the bombs at them, because the bombs, you get, like, infinite bombs or something.
spirits, that if you play the ocarina in the sacred forest meadow, you can talk to them, and that
I
the
will not
forest
rant
spirits
about
are calling for
souls.
help from the nearby temple.
It's okay, you
But
can
we're
rant
never
about
shown
souls.
who or what these spirits
Hi Legion,
are.
welcome.
Similarly, we learn from Kapora Gabora that the water temple was
I
used
like
by the Zora to
Kapora
worship
Gabora.
water spirits.
I know people find him
And
annoying. I know people find the owl guy annoying, but I think he's cute. I feel you need to dodge roll at least. Yeah, for Breath of the Wild, if you want to do actual, like, close-up combat, I feel like you do need to get good. I said something about Tinkle's feet. Did I? Where? Where did you see that? Do you have proof? Do you have proof that I was talking about Tinkle's feet? I don't think so.
Mentions
I'm just kidding.
when
Maybe.
offering his medallion to Link.
Say Lady Fly.
The Gerudo are almost all female, save for a single male born once a century. A
woman.
stone helps explain how they reproduce.
Souls
Apparently,
isn't
Gerudo
difficult.
Women travel to Castletown in search.
Yeah, that's our thing here. Souls isn't difficult. Mario Sunshine is difficult, not Souls games. Then we could argue Castlevania's a Souls-like. Isn't it Metroidvania? Metroidvania? If anything, Souls is copying Castlevania too. And then that's how we get Hollow Knight, because Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania and a Souls-like game together, isn't it? That too.
Boyfriends. According to script director Toru Isawa, the reason the Gerudo can reproduce this way without diluting their bloodline is that their children are always born fully Gerudo, regardless of the father's race.
Wait, but how will they
who fall for the Gerudo?
How will the women get each other pregnant? Have you guys ever heard of this thing? A woman? Where? Here, women, Gerudo. We're talking about the Gerudo Desert. Did you guys ever hear about this thing where it was like scientists were trying to research how to impregnate women with bone marrow, something like that? It was like, I don't know. It was like a study that I heard years ago. Something like that. This is like the opposite of mpreg.
In the 3DS version, there's a
Breath of the Wild has minimal crossover with Souls gameplay, otherwise more old school. Yeah, I feel like Breath of the Wild has like the type of gameplay that like more classic Souls like fans enjoy. Cause that's something I've noticed. Like something I've noticed is like a lot of streamers who be playing like actual like the first Dark Souls or like I don't know Bloodborne or something, they end up enjoying Breath of the Wild a lot. And then they don't play other Zelda games. Let me stop. I'll stop.
The curious map of Hyrule, complete with a Triforce symbol.
I noticed this about other people in general.
Perhaps used by Ganondorf to plan his attack.
Isn't the opposite of mpreg wpreg, which is expected? But how do women get each other pregnant?
Religion. The Spirit Temple is obviously incredibly important to them, and notably.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm in support of it. I just want to know I want to know the schematics.
Link visits the Spirit
I need to know the logistics of this.
Both as a child and 7 years later.
Witchcraft.
As
you know what? I think Flint's onto something.
Noboru captured by Kotake and Karuna.
I shouldn't be.
And years later, frees her from their.
I shouldn't be arguing logic in a universe like Zelda, though.
Washing.
You could literally make a wish off a triangle.
7 years,
a golden Dorito, literally.
And her gang of thieves
literally makes your wish come true.
And brutality, even for brainwashing other people at the Spirit Temple. When Link
they kidnap men?
Nabooru
no, they
do they? As an adult, she's imprisoned in a suit of iron knuckle armor, forced to.
He just said that the Gerudos only like what's the word do stuff with other Gerudos. Sorry, I don't know why I'm censoring myself. I wish for a Pizzasaurus Rex.
Fight Link against her will. But it seems that this might be the case for all Iron Knuckles. They all bear Gerudo markings, and if we clip the camera inside an Iron Knuckles helmet, we can see a Gerudo warrior inside.
There's women inside there!
They're all soldiers brainwashed by Twin Rover.
Oh, they're brainwashed!
The Carpenters eventually tried to
I never knew that.
Manual labor
I never knew that.
And join the Gerudo as
Was I supposed to notice? I feel like I should have known this. I know extensive Zelda lore, I swear.
But instead are imprisoned in cells.
They don't kidnap men, they just date Hylian men that have strong genes.
Out of the blue. Before the time jump, Ichiro in the Kakariko Bazaar notes that the only job he can think of where he can make a lot of money without effort is thievery.
It's
and
subtle.
Wonders if it's such a bad idea.
That's pretty cool.
As the only male
Nintendo
Gerudo,
left that there for
Ganondorf was
people to
destined
discover.
To become their king. But a gossip stone notes
Are their
that
jeans
there's more
blue?
to it than that.
I don't know.
Apparently, his people worship
They wear
him
white
like
pants.
a god. Another gossip stone gives us a little bit of information on Ganondorf's horse, a solid black Gerudo stallion. Though Ganondorf was
even the
evidently
horse is a
born to
Gerudo. I never knew
woman,
that.
we don't know who his mother
Even
was.
his horse is a Gerudo.
Instead, he was raised by the witches Koume and Kotake. Navi mentions that the pair are his surrogate mothers. Over the 7 years Link is sealed in the Sacred Realm, Ganondorf visibly changes.
Is his father?
After the time jump, his
They're
eyes
sisters,
glow
right?
yellow, perhaps
They're
due to the
sisters, aren't
influence
they?
of the Triforce of Power,
Kidnapping
and
men
his
thing is
hair
only the
much
carpenters
longer.
that tried to join them.
Ganondorf is cunning.
Yeah,
and
they got in prison for
manipulative.
being
He pledges a
nuisances.
false allegiance to the King of Hyrule.
Imprison
but
a
secretly
smelly
tries to
boys.
extort the spiritual stones from
Imprison
their three
people who
respective
annoy me.
races.
It's just
When
like
this
America.
fails and Link
Hi,
begins
Josh
to collect
Rocket,
the keys to
welcome.
the Sacred Realm, Ganondorf doesn't stop him. He just waits and follows Link to
Look
the
at that aura.
Triforce.
He's aura farming.
The Poe Collector is a mysterious character found in the
Oh, I like the
Castletown
Poe
guardhouse
Collector.
in
He's
the
so
future.
silly
He
looking.
buys bottled Poes off Link and makes inappropriate comments, but who is
What?
he? It's never
What
directly
inappropriate
confirmed,
comments?
but the
I don't remember what this guy
strongest candidate is
says.
the guard who was found in the exact same place in the past, who says that he's really interested in ghosts.
Very breezy
and wishes
clothing
that
since
some would
it's
come
hot
out.
and dry in Gerudo Valley.
Unsettlingly, if Link
True,
kills
true,
a
true.
Redead, others nearby will shuffle towards
Honestly, I
it
like how the
and crouch
Gerudo women
down,
dress.
either mourning or consuming its corpse.
They have
I
good
don't
fashion.
know which is worse. During the Big Goron Sword trading quest, the Kakariko Cuckoo Lady
Big
claims
sword.
that she's bred a new type of miniature hypoallergenic cuckoo, which she calls the Pocket Cuckoo. A gossip
Pocket
stone
cuckoo.
suggests that she didn't do this alone, however.
I want a pocket
Apparently,
cuckoo.
she visited the lakeside laboratory to study how to breed them. She's not the only lady visiting the handsome lake scientist, though. Granny is apparently one of his students. There's a shark trapped in a cage at the bottom of the laboratory's
It's a shark.
pool. And the lakeside
That shark doesn't look
scientist's
alive.
treatment of animals gets worse with the
Froge.
eyeball frog, used to make eye
Like
drops
it's
for
the
Big
meep again.
Goron. The scientist initially mistakes the frog for a gift and is excited about cooking up fried eyeballs for dinner before realizing
does not
he
sound
instead needs to use
appetizing.
it for medicine. Koizumi suggests that neither King Zora or the scientist felt particularly bad about using the frog in this way. Apparently, a memorial service is held every year to pay respects for animals that have been used by humans. Time blocks are mysterious cubes marked with the same patterns as the Door of Time. At multiple times throughout his adventure, Link needs to play the Song of Time to cause time blocks to appear or disappear. But what's actually happening here is a lot more interesting. Playing the Song of Time causes the block to switch between past and present. This mechanic isn't really used in the game, but if Link plays the Song of Time to vanish a block in the future,
That
if he
looks
then visits
yummy.
the same spot in the past, it will be
why does lava in video games look yummy?
present
don't
there,
understand.
and vice versa.
I wanna drink it.
Kaepora Gabora
Looks like
serves
Chef
as a guide for
Boyardee.
Link throughout his adventure. The game never reveals anything about his identity, save for gossip stones that claim that he is the reincarnation of an ancient sage, and though he looks big and heavy, his character is rather light-hearted. Fans took this to mean that the owl could be a reincarnation of Roru, the Sage of Light, whose spirit remains in the Sacred Realm, which was then confirmed by Hyrule Historia. However, the game itself seems to contradict this. At the Spirit Temple,
If he flips his head over, he has a different face.
The tales of a boy who could travel back
Just
and
noticed
forth
that.
through time were merely legends. Information that he would definitely know if he was actually Roru. We don't know much at all about the Sage of Light, except that he built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the Sacred Realm. Roru's temple is the Temple
Glowing
of Light,
Chef
the
Boyardee.
only elemental temple
It is glowing
not
Chef
explored by Link
Boyardee.
during his adventure, situated in the very center of the Sacred Realm. The only room in the Temple of Light seen
That was
in
what the
game
riddle
is the
was.
Chamber of Sages.
The riddle was like, oh, he's heavy, but he's actually light. Something like that.
Roru explains why the main temples are filled with monsters. Each temple is connected to the Sacred Realm, and ever since Ganon seized the Triforce of Power by breaking into the Sacred Realm, his evil has poured out of the temples into Hyrule. It seems that knowledge of the Temple of Time's connection to the sacred realm is pretty common, even though Zelda claims that this is a secret passed down by the royal family.
Oh?
The Ocarina of Time itself is a striking blue colour, one that apparently glows
very
with
true,
mystical
very
light.
true.
It can control time, and Hyrule Historia notes a similarity to Skyward Sword's time shift stones.
Yeah, and then it
Perhaps
turns
the
into
Ocarina
that Breath of the
Time
Wild
was
blue that we
made
all
from this
know.
material. The harp Sheik plays alongside Link's ocarina was retroactively given a backstory in Skyward Sword. It's the goddess harp used by both Link
Wait,
and
that
Zelda.
is the goddess harp?
Link's adventure seems to
I
have
never
been
noticed that.
foretold
I never noticed that that's the same instruments.
long ago. Roru explains that only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull the Master Sword from its pedestal, and that Link had to be sealed for 7 years because he was too young to be the Hero of Time. Sheik tells Link of the legend of the temples, passed down by the Sheikah tribe, which tells of Ganon's occupation of Hyrule,
oh look, you
the
caught
awakening
Tails.
of the sages, and the
The
role
Tails
of the
art.
Hero of Time. She notes that as Link stands there holding the Master Sword, he really looks like the legend. According to Hyrule Historia, King Zora's full name is
Look
King
at that
Zora
Goron sit. Look at him, he looks so polite. Thank you for the check-in. Water and Josh. Hello, Water, welcome. Look at this dude. He's just sitting. He's just sitting. Look at him. He's right above my head. He sit.
Bon the 16th. And according to
look at that
Toru
dude, he's
Osawa,
sitting
there
too.
was in fact a Queen
Hi
Zora,
Vivi,
but she
welcome.
died sometime before the game's
Thank you for the
events.
posture check.
Considering how different King
I
Zora
love Zora's
and Princess
domain
Ruto
music.
look, this Zora Queen would have had to be quite beautiful. According to Ruto
is so small
spiritual
compared to her
stone,
dad.
The Zora's Sapphire has been passed down through their royal family and used to propose marriage. The waterfall at Zora's domain is known as the Sleepless Waterfall.
Bad
of course,
Legion.
Link can't enter the domain until he proves his connection to the royal family, and Zelda's lullaby will part the waters and allow his passage. Kaepora Gabora notes that the Zoras serve the royal family by protecting the water source, and an inscription near the falls reads, "The flow of this waterfall
I'm a
serves the
degenerate
king
and
of
proud.
Hyrule. When the king slumbers, so too do these falls." And it makes sense for the King of Hyrule to commission the Zoras to defend this water source, as Zora at the domain mentions that all of Hyrule's water flows from Zora's domain, that it travels along the river and ends up in Lake Hylia. This does mean that Hyrule's entire water supply runs under King
thank
Zora's
you for the Sonado.
falls, but at least it's secure.
I will enjoy.
Just like the graveyard
Look at
kids,
Jabu Jabu.
another character mysteriously vanishes during
So
the
silly.
7-year jump. Lord Jabu Jabu, the guardian deity of the Zoras. In the future, when Zora's domain is frozen, the patron deity has disappeared. Only blocks of ice float where he once did.
Link
His
needs a
whereabouts
hot
in this
wife.
timeline are never explained.
I feel like Link
Before
has
he
like
vanished,
a harem
Jabu Jabu
going
was
on in
cared for
here.
by Princess Ruto,
Link
who
has a
prepared
harem
his
going on
meals
in every
morning and
game.
night. The boss of the water
He
temple,
doesn't even ask
Morpho,
for it.
is the source of the curse that has frozen Zora's domain. According to Navi, it is the master of the water temple, a being with absolute
Oh no, we have
control
ads in
of
5
water.
minutes.
This
so
could
sorry.
mean that Morpho was
Link's a
responsible
Giga
for
Chad,
Dark
true.
Link's appearance earlier in the
Look at
temple,
this.
as he appears from Link's reflection on the surface of
This
a
shit's
pool
a
of
jump
water.
scare.
Dark
I
Link
know
himself
people like Shadow Link a lot, but this was a jump scare. This is just to go about your day and then he pops up. I wish I was part of the harem. You like Link that much?
is incredibly interesting. He begins the fight as a barely visible shadow and mirrors Link's moves exactly. But
What
as
if
the fight
Shadow Link's part of
progresses,
his
he'll grow
harem?
less transparent and copy Link
Wait, do people
less,
ship
like
Shadow
he's
Link and
learning
normal Link?
becoming increasingly more
I think the
real
answer is
throughout
yes.
the battle.
I bet the answer is yes.
The Song
Silent
of
Hill
Storms
looking
is one
at.
of the Zelda series' most iconic themes, but where it actually comes from is something of a mystery.
Song of
It's told to Link
Storms,
as
let's
an adult
go.
by the man in the Kakariko windmill, who complains that a kid with an ocarina played a strange song that messed up the windmill. He teaches Link this strange song, who then travels back in time 7 years, plays the song and messes up the windmill, becoming the
Trying to
ocarina
think
kid
of a
that
good.
the man complained about.
You guys can't
in the
even see what
first
I'm doing.
place. So where did the song actually come from? Just like the
Stink
man
of a good
says, the
skirt
Song of Storms
pose.
goes around and around and around, with no actual origin, an example of the bootstrap paradox or causal loop.
I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. I'm just sketching as I go.
At the end of the Gerudo Desert, past the whirling sandstorms of the haunted wasteland, lies the Desert Colossus.
Like Shadow the Colossus?
A titanic figure carved by forgotten hands into the sheer face of a rocky outcrop looms over a secluded clearing. Countless
Wasn't this
years
a
of
temple
exposure
in
to the violent
Skyward
desert
Sword?
winds and sharp sands have worn away at her form.
Hi,
but
Flea
still,
Flickler,
her stone
welcome.
eyes watch over any who enter her domain.
This even sounds like the music from it sounds like the music from that Sand Temple's a common theme, yeah.
This is what she describes as a goddess of the sand. And inside,
wasn't
Link
it called like the Ancient
Spirit
Cistern in
Temple,
Skyward Sword? It's been a long time since I played it.
Elemental dungeon. This temple has been used in recent
She's
years as the
huge,
headquarters
yes.
for Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo tribe, and his subordinate, the brainwashed Naboru.
This was a prison?
It's clearly far older, built in an age-long past, seemingly to honor this mysterious desert goddess. In the temple's central chamber stands another statue of this mysterious deity, one which Navi will note looks evil.
You know, Ocarina of Time is a bit of an awakening for young Flea. I'm sure it was like that for everyone, because Gerudo women, and Zora women, and Malin,
clearly this goddess
women,
of the sand was worshipped
all
by
the women, and Impa.
But Ocarina of Time never reveals anything else about her.
Gee, why do I like helping women?
Or why she was evil. Let's examine what we know about the Desert Colossus, the wicked god of the Gerudo. Okay,
before we get to this, since he's about to transition to something, I'm gonna play the ads real quick. I am so sorry. For those who are not subbed, you're gonna be yeeted to 3 minutes of ads, but do not worry, you will not miss the video. Utilize the ad break to go pee pee poo poo, go get a drink of water, go, I don't know, go stretch, go get a snack. I will see you non-sub Sea Angels in 3 minutes, and I'll put on music for those who are subbed, and we can just yap. There we go. Run the 3 minute ad. There we go. Let me put on Gerudo Valley. Just more Gerudo Valley. I just like interviews that Satoru Iwata had with people before he died, because you know Iwata was the one who like spearheaded the Nintendo Directs. Iwata was the one who brought the Nintendo Directs to life, and it's sad that they're kind of dying with him too, because we're having less and less Directs, or the Directs feel less and less intimate. Like I feel like the only reason they only had the Direct, and I feel like they rushed the Direct a little bit, was because of all the like the Summer's Games Fest and stuff. Welcome back from ad hell. So sorry you were into ads. We play ads once every hour so people don't get pre-roll ads, because pre-roll ads are stinky nasty and scare people away from me as soon as they see me. I'm running it on too little to make an assessment. Yeah. So far for the Ocarina of Time remake, so far our opinions that we don't know enough about it to have an opinion. But it's nice to theorize that it's going to be good and it's going to be what we hope for, because a lot of fans have been wanting, like, there's like a whole little community dedicated to just modding, making Unreal Engine 5 looking Ocarina of Time. There's many. I've seen two prominent ones that I know of. I've been wanting to play one of them on stream, but I feel like I should play vanilla Ocarina of Time on stream before I play anything else. But I'm also scared to play Ocarina of Time on stream because it attracts so many backseaters. Like, yeah. I'm not looking forward to it because now they have a whole new chance to ruin what was perfect. Yeah, it's very scary that they're gonna start ruining the rest of the Zelda series after this one if they do fuck it up, and then they're just persistent about it like they are with Pokemon. They just like want to keep shoving it down my throat. I'm very interested in it. It has to offer something new to make me want to play it over the PC port fans have made with the built-in randomizer. So true. I feel like, what do you guys think if Nintendo adds their own randomizer? I don't think that will ever happen, but Yeah, let's get back to the video. For those who don't know what we're watching, it's 3 hours of Ocarina of Time lore, theories, and trivia by Zeltick. Yeah.
Ocarina of Time introduced
Thank you for the 7-stream
Gerudo
streak.
tribe to the Zelda series.
Thank you.
A clan of thieves hailing from the desert west of Hyrule. The Gerudo are unique in that they are almost entirely
I actually really like that
Only
purple
one
outfit.
man
That's
is born
good.
every
That's
century,
bussin'.
a man who is destined to become their king. During
Women.
Ocarina of Time, this man is Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo thieves, a warlock with
I suggest the
darker
ship of
ambitions than the rest of his
Hakunian.
people. To the Gerudo,
Playing
Ganondorf
vanilla.
is not only king, but
Oh, I
something
see.
akin to a god. Ganondorf's second in command during this era is Naboru. Though a thief in her own right, Naboru despises Ganondorf's cruelty, how his followers steal from women and children, and even kill people to get what they want.
Women.
According to a Gerudo guard near
And also,
the
that's not
fortress,
very nice. Why does he
Naboru
steal
lives in
from
the Spirit's
people?
Temple and uses it as her headquarters, but once Link visits it, he finds her attempting to infiltrate the temple, claiming that it is now Ganondorf's hideout. After Link completes the child section of the Spirit Temple, he witnesses Ganondorf's surrogate mothers, the evil witches
We work PC of
Kotake
Ocarina
and
of Time.
Kurume, capture
You can
Naboru.
easily find it
They
over Google.
brainwash her.
Ah, I
And
see.
For the 7 years Link then spends sealed
Oh,
in the
that's the
Sacred
Zelda
Realm,
PC port. I
Naboru
see.
terrorizes Hyrule. The
I have an Steam
Carpenters
Deck.
say how they've heard
Have you
about
guys
her
tried
cruelty and
the
brutality,
Twilight
and
Princess
how
port
she
on the
is
Steam Deck yet?
experimenting in brainwashing others at the ruins in the desert.
I feel like
Of
that
course,
would
it
look
falls
good.
upon adult Link
I've also
to
heard it
save
has
her,
gyro
to return
controls
to the Spirit
for the
Temple
Twilight
and
Princess one.
defeat the
And I actually
witches.
really like gyro controls. I'm one of the few people who like playing like
So
Splatoon
throughout
and
the
Overwatch
game,
with
the
gyro
Spirit's
controls, 'cause I'm
Temple is
stupid.
presented as a site deeply connected to the culture of the Gerudo. Not only is it built to enshrine or venerate the element of
Hi
spirit
Kevin, thank you
or
for the
soul,
check-in.
just like
Welcome.
the game's other temples are to their elements, it's used in the modern
Congrats
era
on
as the base
showering!
of operations for the Gerudo elite. It's a site
Get
so
unstinky.
important to these people that it serves as
Oh,
a
it looks so
focal
nice in
point
here though. Why does it look so comfy in here? I wish this was my house.
for not only their religion and culture, but their politics
We
too.
love
It is the
Ship
heart of the
Hakunian?
entire Gerudo civilization.
Is that how you pronounce
But
it? Am I
it's
saying it
clearly
right?
so much older
That's cool,
than other
though.
Gerudo structures.
I've only played it
Its
for 5 minutes to
design
test it.
is
Looks good.
starkly different to the Gerudo
Nice.
fortress, closer to Hyrule.
Yeah, I really
and is
wish I
described as
just,
a
like-
ruin by the carpenters. It seems likely that the Spirit's Temple.
I wish I played the Twilight Princess thing, but we were already halfway through my vanilla playthrough and I really didn't want to put it down. We're already...
And the Colossus
I
it is
assumed you were
housed
drawing
within
Saria.
was
Oh,
built
I did say I
long
was gonna draw
before the events
Saria.
of Ocarina of
I have a
Time
sketch
by
of
the
her on my
ancient
iPad,
Gerudo
but
to
I felt
venerate
like it would be
this
weird to
goddess
just draw
of the
Saria
sand.
first.
However,
So I wanna
this
draw Zelda
goddess
first.
is never mentioned by any of the Gerudo. The closest the game comes to exploring the religion of the Gerudo tribe is the Gossip Stone that explains how they
Nice.
worship Ganondorf like a god.
Wait, no,
So
don't
whatever
worship
deity
Ganondorf,
this
don't do it.
was, one who was once important enough to warrant a shrine of this magnitude, is left unexplained. This isn't the only time we
Don't
see
do it,
this
guys. Don't worship
mysterious
Ganondorf.
goddess, however.
I know
In
he's hot,
Twilight
but still.
Princess, set hundreds of years after
Sure it will
Ocarina
happen
of
at some
Time's
point.
child ending, the hero of Time's descendant
Oh, I
returns
see, I
to the
see.
Gerudo Desert. Though the Gerudo themselves
It's
are
a Twilight
gone,
Princess
their
Gerudo
ruins
Desert.
remain. Most notably, the Arbiter's Grounds.
Yes.
This hallowed ruin is a mystery in itself.
I love
a place we
Arbiter's
know
Grounds.
was once used as an execution site,
But
as its Japanese
Snow
name
Peak
implies.
is
It was
Snow
here
Peak
that the
Mansion's best
sages
temple.
attempted to kill a captured Ganondorf. And
Have
where
you
they were
seen
forced
that
to
pig
imprison
ass?
him inside the Twilight Realm after his escape.
You're right, I would
There's
worship
much
that
we
too.
don't know for sure about the Arbiter's Grounds, but we do know that it is connected somehow to the Gerudo tribe. Aside from the decidedly Egyptian aesthetic of its
I need to
interior,
pull out, like,
matching that of the Spirit's
a
Temple,
fair
we can find
reason.
the
Yes,
Gerudo
true,
script
Soluna.
marked on many of its walls here, suggesting that at some point in its
I'm gonna pull
long
out Zelda's
history,
Smash
this place
render.
was built or used by the Gerudo, and in a few of its
I feel like that might
rooms,
help me come
we
up with
find a
composition for the
familiar,
dress.
unfriendly face, statues of the goddess of the sand. Just like in
I'm not gonna
Ocarina
pull
of
it on
Time,
screen. I'm just
these
looking at it on my
statues
phone.
depict a woman with her arms outstretched, palms facing upwards, with a snake wrapped around her body.
Yeah, the
But
uterus
also
dungeon
like
was
in Ocarina
awesome.
of Time, Twilight Princess
For those who don't know what we're
offers
talking
no
about,
explanation for her
specifically in
identity,
Twilight
only
Princess,
serving to further link the
women.
Gerudo
A woman. Specifically in Twilight Princess, the water dungeon literally looks like a uterus. I'll pull up the map.
with this
Do we still have
goddess.
a screenshot of the map? I think I could find it on Google.
Ever since the release of Ocarina of Time,
this time lapse is gonna look wild because they keep putting random pictures on it.
Has been debated. Many choose to see her as the Gerudo's interpretation of the goddess Hylia, a guardian deity for all mortals, and that the reason she is considered evil is simply a
I gotta pull it up.
religion. That Navi is reacting to the face of Hylia reflected
there we go.
Through a
There's the water
that
dungeon.
seems violent and alien to her.
The water dungeon in Twilight Princess. Look at that.
We have yet to see.
Tell me that does. Oh wait, no, you guys can barely see it. Okay, there you go, there you go. Tell me that doesn't look like a uterus.
A patron goddess for the
Don't you dare. That's a uterus, exactly. Look at it.
However, an answer, at least to what the developers had in mind when designing this colossal statue.
Not me drawing a uterus graphic on stream. It looks like a shark brain. I don't know what a shark brain looks like, but I know what a uterus looks like because I don't like looking at graphic pictures of uteruses, to be honest. I don't like looking at like graphic anatomy pictures in general. Unless if it's like cartoony like this. It's a uterus.
Din is one of the three golden goddesses. Omnipotent,
is Din evil?
Beings
I thought Din was good.
Itself before departing for the heavens, leaving behind the Triforce.
Is this like an Oracle of Ages spoiler?
Of power, and before time began, she, with her strong flaming arms, cultivated the land and created the red earth.
Shark brain looks like a uterus, really. That's funny.
Of the sand as one of the three golden goddesses, it also explicitly describes her as
oh my god,
evil.
that's a great question, Tim.
And all
Sea Angel's answer is the plural of a uterus uteruses or uteri?
Zelda
Tell
games,
us.
The golden goddesses are presented as benevolent.
Also nice, echoes of wisdom.
Neutral beings.
We finished that
creator deities
in January.
Who scarcely interact with the world of mortals. Yet it seems that during development, Din was intended to be an evil god, one whom the Gerudo worshipped over her two sister deities. In fact, there's additional unused textures from an older build of Ocarina of Time.
Now that just sounds like Shad Amy.
In a beta version, there are more tents near the bridge in the Gerudo Desert, and one of them
leave the skirt alone. I'm gonna start drawing how I want her eyes to look, because I don't know how I want her skirt to look.
Din's divine protection, safe passage, good health. Of course, the cut textures can't truly be considered canon.
I didn't notice.
Anything, the removal of Din's name from the Spirit's Temple is as important as the fact that it was ever included in the first place. The developers clearly made a specific choice to leave the Desert Colossus ambiguous, an unnamed evil goddess worshipped by the Gerudo tribe, who are, in this game, a clan of thieves. However, this goddess being
thieves, they can steal from me.
Sense than it might seem at first.
Would you guys let the Gerudo women steal from you?
Of power is represented best.
The only answer is yes.
Main races by the Gorons, incredibly strong, hardy rock people who live on the fiery Death Mountain. However, the Gerudo, too, are exceptionally tough. As they live in the brutal
I'd let them kick my ass.
Their culture is built on
I'd let them steal my redacted nutty.
It isn't a stretch to imagine.
I'd let them steal my underscore.
Above all
how many underscores do you have, Tim?
The fiery goddess of power.
Why wouldn't I let Gerudo women?
Strongest among
what did I let Gerudo women do to me?
The king of thieves, Ganondorf. Though he was revered by his people as a god in his own right, Ganondorf coveted power for himself. He sought the
aura
Triforce,
farming.
The
he's aura farming.
Artifact left behind
I know he's evil, but he's aura farming.
By luring the hero of time into his trap, Ganondorf breaks into the sacred realm and lays claim to the Triforce. but he cannot claim all of it.
Haha.
The Triforce can only
He can't claim the Doritos.
With a balanced heart.
Optimus, roll out. I love that name. I love that name. Welcome, Optimus. I hope I could call you Optimus for short. That's a very cool name. Thank you for the follow. You're now Sea Angel. Welcome to the Sea of Angels. Nice. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. We're learning Zelda lore today. I've learned one new Zelda fact. I watched Zelda lore extensively for a very long time since I was a fetus, and I've learned something new today. I either forgot or I didn't know that Gerudo women were inside the Iron Knuckles in Ocarina of Time. I didn't know that possessed Gerudo women were stuck inside there. I'm like, that's horrible.
Ganondorf's desert hideout is built within an effigy.
You wonder what flavor the Triforce would have?
That he would go on to
I think it would be sacred. The golden flavor. You guys ever tried the golden sriracha Doritos? I think it would be like that.
It seems that
especially if it's a celestial sacred power. No, not pizza.
His evil was intended to be a reflection of her own, too. Just as the King of Thieves bears the Triforce of Power, balanced by Link and Zelda, who embody courage and wisdom.
Maybe each part has another flavor, like the goddesses. Okay, so would Furore be like, what's a green Dorito that you guys can think of? Would that be like avocado? And then Din would be like spicy because power is usually fire. And then what would blue be? I just keep thinking of Mountain Dew when I see them. There's no Mountain Dew Doritos, right? That'll be interesting. That'll be funny. Oh yes, thank you for doing the Discord.
Over a century after the release of Ocarina of Time, the Goddess of the Sand remains a mystery. While we know that she
I hope you enjoy your first time here, Optimus.
To represent Din, we also
Triforce or pizza flavored? Okay, well that's your headcanon.
Zelda's lore
that's your headcanon. Not yet. There's no Mountain Dew Doritos yet.
Vague, with the goal of inspiring the player to come up with their own answers to
the sacred Doritos,
rather than lecturing them on concrete, rigid stories. With the removal of Din's name from both the Gerudo tents and the Desert Colossus itself, it certainly seems like this was the intention. But still, even when ignoring this explicit evidence, Din makes a lot of sense here.
I hate those crows because they take my rupees, but they're so cute.
Din certainly represents the Gerudo best. The Oracle of Seasons, called Din, appears to be a...
She is so hot in Oracle of Seasons. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She is such a baddie. Why is she such a baddie? Look at her.
Appears to be a
Stop looking at me like that. Stop looking at me. I'm sorry.
When we see Din create the land, we see her creating
She's looking at me like,
desert. Regardless of whether or not she was truly evil, or simply how a culture based on strength and endurance chose to view a creator deity,
honestly, the goddesses are so pretty.
She makes the most sense.
Yes,
the identity
it's the
eyes of the sand, the truth behind one of Ocarina of Time's oldest mysteries.
No? Fairy, in the vast deep Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as Mint, the Deku Tree. It's the Deku Tree. I linked the video, right? I linked the video. Yeah, I did. Okay. Pretty animation.
The Great Deku Tree,
well,
like
not
the Master Sword,
pretty illustration.
Triforce, and Death Mountain, is one of the Legend of Zelda's most iconic elements.
Oh, I like the Skyward Sword Forest theme.
Non-fans of the
it's very
series.
Cute.
Introduced
I feel like Breath of the Wild. Okay, this is another complaint I have for Breath of the Wild. I feel like sometimes when you're in like forest areas, you don't have enough music, and it kind of bothers me sometimes. Is that just me? Am I just too picky? Because I always like hearing the forest music like in Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
The Kokiri Forest, the Deku Tree has gone on to appear in multiple different games in the series, always as the same grandfatherly figure. But what actually is he? And how are his
We bounced off of Breath of the Wild in like 5 to 10 minutes.
The Great
As in you
Deku Tree
turned
has
it off
appeared
and
in
never
4
played it
games in the
again.
series, Ocarina of Time,
Look, I was
The
really
Wind
engaged with the
Waker, and the 2
gameplay.
Switch games,
I
Breath
just
of
put
the
on
Wild
different
and
music.
Tears of the Kingdom.
That was
This
my thing. I literally like put my headphones on, and Wispy did this too, I think. We just put on headphones while playing it and then listen to different music.
gives us 3
We're like,
distinct
Nintendo's trash
versions
now,
of
isn't
the
it?
character.
I don't
He's
know.
introduced in Ocarina of Time. In the very first line of dialogue in the game, no less.
I'm gonna still be here. I'm playing the Nintendo 3DS version of Majora's Mask. Oh, good luck. Good luck. I know people complain about the Majora's Mask 3D version a lot. For some reason, I forget why, but people always complain about the Majora's Mask on the 3DS a lot, but then they say Ocarina of Time on the 3DS is pretty good. I always forget why people get mad at it. The worst version. Yeah, exactly. Ivy, one of those people. I don't know. I don't like trying to have the boomer mentality too much, especially with Pokemon. But I always feel that way with like very new Pokemon. But I feel like Pokemon towards Gen 6 I like, or even Alola. I like Alola Pokemon. I'm still stuck in the beginning part. Yeah, I've heard that the 3DS version of Majora's Mask is very difficult, apparently, compared to the original. It changed a lot of gameplay stuff. Yeah. Unnecessary changes. That sucks.
The guardian spirit of the forest.
Oh, Shintoism.
Uchigami, literally.
I'm going back a bit, actually.
Appeared in 4 Switch games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. This gives us 3 distinct versions.
Also,
of the
we're
character.
at different timestamps. We're at the Deku Tree timestamp.
Ocarina of Time. In the very first line of dialogue in the game, no less.
You can't swim fast without using Zora magic.
Forest. The Deku
that sucks.
Tree is deeply rooted. First and last time I'll make that.
That's weird.
In Japanese Shintoism, his role as the guardian spirit of the forest makes him similar to Uchigami, literally translating to clan deity. Spirits believed to
I have to go bye. Good luck.
Or family. This concept of
I hope you figure it out.
Guardian spirits is very common throughout the Zelda series. In Ocarina
Ivy's an expert apparently.
Lord Jabu Jabu,
I love Jabu Jabu.
The Zoras, and Volvagia, a slightly less
Volvagia, the most unfortunate name in Zelda history.
Volvagia is very much a real.
Our first tattoo is Majora's Mask.
More divine. An earth
yeah, that's the stamp of approval right there. Volvagina.
Forest. The word Deku refers to various different creatures in the Zelda series.
Deku.
Like Deku Bubbas and Deku Scrubs.
Or that guy from My Hero Academia.
Forest and trees in some way. The name likely stems from Japanese
Deku nuts.
Deku dolls, a form of puppets traditionally made from wood. Zelda's Deku creatures are like these
no, they're
Deku
so
dolls
cute.
brought to life. With the great
How can you get mad at a Deku
Scrub?
Scrub?
And most important of all, Ocarina of Time.
I know the Deku Scrubs imprisoned me in no, Ivy, no.
Forest, and one of 3 keys needed to unlock the
Volgina from Hyrule Warriors. Hi, Verkins, welcome.
The Triforce is hidden. Before the game's events, the Deku Tree is cursed by Ganondorf.
The Deku Scrubs are too cute.
To extort the emerald from him. The game's first dungeon is inside.
I would say that at least Hyrule Warriors Volvagia has mad game. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I mean, it's been a long time since I've experienced a playthrough of Hyrule Warriors. I need to go look this up.
Young Link must explore.
What does Hyrule Warriors Volvagia look like?
Root system of the tree.
They're a baddie? Are they a baddie?
Curse from within. This is revealed to be Goma, a gigantic
Goma
who's been draining the Deku Tree's life force from deep below. But despite Link's success in destroying the parasite, the Deku Tree reveals that it is too late.
This character?
Doomed since
wait. I'm gonna pull it up. It's gonna be on the side. Oh, that's large.
Before his end,
this character?
The Deku Tree reveals the other purpose.
I see what you guys mean.
Asking Link to save him.
Interesting.
To test the young hero's courage and to prepare him.
It's like making a Pokemon Gajinka.
The Deku Tree isn't entirely organic.
Why is it like making a humanized Pokemon?
Traps, switches and torches. And the
you don't like the Great Deku Tree?
That appear to be man-made.
I don't think the Deku Tree. I don't think the Great Deku Tree is supposed to be like a very like impressive dungeon. It's the first dungeon you see.
Perhaps this Deku Tree.
Oh, we think the Deku Tree did Link dirty before the game.
Designed to test the
yeah, the Deku Tree did leave a lot of shit on Link, but I don't think the Deku Tree had a choice.
Of a physical embodiment of the magical nature
Deku Tree was dying,
forests.
literally
he
dying.
Created the Kokiri tribe and their guardian fairies, and they refer to him as their father. He calls the Kokiri the children of the forest because they are.
So does that make the Deku Tree a DILF? Someone needs to tell Ems. I hope Ems plays the Ocarina of Time remake and then starts sipping for the Deku Tree. If the okay, remember this, Sea Angels. Remember this in like December. If Ems plays Ocarina of Time, have it like as a bingo card sheet.
True children, they're spirits of nature. Like the tree itself.
He could at least have told the other kids to stop bullying him. It's weird how many inside curses ailments Link had to fight in his childhood.
Touches the tip,
yeah. Oh, so cute.
Ocarina of Time's Link is, of course,
I think that is a neat detail to the game.
He's a Hylian who was placed in the Deku Tree's care during the Hyrulean Civil War, which occurred before the game's events.
Do not hornify the tree. Why can't I simp for the Deku Tree? It's literally a god. I can't simp for God now?
Child, because he could sense that he was a child of destiny.
But Big Wood, exactly. Big Wood.
Further emphasizing
it's a giant tree. You know what it's like? You guys ever seen that movie Monster House? I don't want to spoil the movie, but like for those who have seen it, I feel like it's kind of adjacent to that.
Not only as the guardian of the forest, but as a player on the world stage too, as the driving force behind Link's journey to awaken as the hero of time. The Deku Tree's role as the guardian spirit of the forest is most obvious when he isn't. During the adult era, after 7 years of his absence,
but his down below is a spider infested. I don't know. You're right. He's infested with bugs, but you can clear the bugs out. But then he dies.
Or if the state of the Kokiri forest simply mirrors its spirit, and as the Deku Tree withers.
What tree doesn't have bugs in it? You're right.
Regardless, this status is reversed after the
I think so, but I forget.
Forest Temple.
Monster House is like
Saria break the curse on this sacred place.
I can't think of what Monster House is like.
Appears in
it's one of those 3D movies. Here, I can show you an iconic meme from the Monster House movie.
Incarnation of the original Deku Tree. Though he is a separate, newborn entity, he retains knowledge of
I'm sure you all have seen this GIF. I'm not gonna show the actual GIF, I'm just gonna show the screenshot of the GIF. GIF.
Maintaining a distinction between
there you go, that's that movie I'm talking about, Monster House.
Regardless, the birth of a new Deku Tree.
Goma isn't just a little crunch. Yes, exactly. It's the one where he eats something and then walks away.
A temple deeply
yeah. I want to watch it again because I watched that movie before I knew that meme, and then I realized I found out that meme was from that movie, and I'm like, oh.
Ganondorf's dark magic. With the forest temple restored, a fair wind
I hate that boss battle.
Forest,
I hate fighting Puppet Ganon because I don't like playing tennis. Goma isn't just a little bug, she's a big queen spider mama. You're so right! Especially in Twilight Princess.
Guarded by a sacred tree.
She has a giant butt.
The second great Deku Tree in the Zelda series appears in the Wind Waker,
Deku Scrub Link is cute.
Centuries after Ocarina of Time's adult ending. This is the timeline Link leaves at the end of the game.
My time lapse is gonna look wild.
Been sealed in the sacred realm by the sages.
I'm just putting random champagne to a side.
The era without a hero, where Ganon returns and is not stopped, causing the gods themselves.
Did you know you could play tennis with a bottle?
And drown
like what? You could catch his orbs. You could catch his balls.
Hyrule's mountaintops survive.
I feel like I've seen that before.
Becoming islands scattered
Not sure.
A new ocean.
No, it knocks them back. Really?
Across the great
what the hell?
He encounters another version of the.
It's like playing the Twilight Princess with a fishing rod. Trying to fight bosses with a fishing rod.
And the guardian of the forest. Exactly the same as the tree from Ocarina of Time. The Wind Waker's Deku Tree is notably smaller than in Ocarina of Time, sitting in the center of Forest Haven, which is itself
it acts like a sword.
Tree trunk.
Interesting.
As the Wind Waker is set hundreds of years after Ocarina of Time's adult era, it would make sense for this Deku Tree to be the matured Deku Tree sprout.
And then the husk of Forest Haven is the Deku Tree,
Historia,
the old
and
Deku
outright
Tree.
confirmed by Hyrule Encyclopedia. Over the centuries, the sprout has grown into a full Deku Tree.
He was so cute. I mean, he's still kind of cute. I feel like the Wind Waker Deku Tree is just silly looking. I like them both.
Colossal size of its predecessor. This Deku Tree speaks in
just like in terms of being able to knock back the orb.
Language from the era of the Hero of Time, and
I hate playing tennis though. I'm so bad at playing tennis with Ganon.
The one from Ocarina of Time.
Ganondorf.
And it's not just the Deku Tree. With the Forest Haven and the nearby Forbidden Woods, we're seeing the Kokiri
Wind Waker Deku Tree is fighting Bruce Campbell for Mightiest Chin.
Directly descended from the Kokiri. They are the same spirits, the same children of the forest, only in new forms to better suit their lives on the Great Sea. Forest Haven's theme music is based on
I was in the Nintendo store the other day and they had Korok merch and that shit looked like ass. That Korok merch that is in the Nintendo store looks very disappointing. I want to show you guys. It's literally just a Korok hiding outside the pocket. They could have put more.
And a Korok mentions that the nearby Forbidden Woods was once their home. Inside,
this fan-made merch looks better.
Be the overgrown remains
Can't find
of
it.
the Kokiri's tree houses, and find the Kokiri crest marking the wooden doors. If the Forbidden Woods are what became of the Kokiri's
Korok
village,
shirts.
then perhaps the great tree trunk which houses the grown Deku
I think it's only in the Nintendo store. They're hiding it from
the
everyone else who wants to buy it.
Now a colossal dead husk.
Just know it looked like booty. It was just in the pocket. It was just a little Korok peeking out the pocket and that's it. The whole shirt was white.
Inside the original
it was mostly a
Deku
white
Tree,
shirt.
which is somewhat contrived.
I'm not paying $30 for a white shirt just to see a little Korok peeking out the pocket and nothing else.
But it would explain what Forest Haven actually is, and why the Wind Waker's Deku Tree
you think you've seen it?
Within the trunk
yeah, I was trying to look
of
for
an
it.
Larger tree. Regardless,
I'm like, there's so much more you could have done with this Nintendo.
The Wind Waker's
so much more merch you could make for the Koroks.
For far more than just his own domain, and strives to protect the world at large. Every year, he sends his Koroks out across the Great Sea with the goal of planting seeds, hoping that one day new forests will grow and reclaim the land lost to the Great Flood. The Great Deku Tree's fate in Twilight Princess is unclear. The game takes place around the same time as the Wind Waker, but in an alternate timeline, after the Hero of Time changes history by warning Zelda about Ganondorf's betrayal, thereby avoiding the adult timeline entirely. In this child timeline,
you can do that.
No sign of the Deku Tree, as the original tree remains dead, and no Deku Tree sprout arose to replace it. There is, however, Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah, I remember Nintendo opened a new store in Cali.
Which appears to be built into the trunks of
but like they need better merch.
Trees.
Like their Zelda merch is looking kind of dry in my opinion.
It's possible
I went to the New York Nintendo store the other day and I saw like a Korok shirt. It looked kind of lame because it was just a tiny Korok in the pocket and that's it. It was mostly a white shirt.
Remains deliberately ambiguous. These gigantic trees are similar to another non-Deku tree, the Great Tree from Skyward Sword.
We think the timeline was made after the fact and we never thought out the games as they were coming out.
Shows Hyrule's surface in its earliest state. And in the heart of the Farron Woods, we find a single
They cheap out a merch sometimes.
Tree. At first,
there's so much more you can do.
Very similar to the Great Deku
like you're
Tree
fucking
from Ocarina of Time. It towers
like
over all others and contains
they're not an indie company. I mean, they are an indie company, I guess. I don't know.
Like Twilight
they don't have enough resources, I guess.
The Great Tree shows
it means you gotta give them more money. Look at that. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. He's so fat.
Its relationship.
What are they called again? The Kikwis?
Unclear. Trees with much stronger connections.
Oh my god, this Deku tree
are the Maku trees from the
Maku tree. Sorry.
Each of the
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to misgender the tree. Oops.
Maku tree.
I'm going to hell.
In the game's
on Pride Month, even. On Pride Month, the Uwu tree.
Not just
it's cute.
While the Maku trees are not related
cute tree,
to the Deku tree, the similarities are obvious, even down to the Maku Sprout's appearance in Oracle of Ages.
Maku Sprout is even cuter, actually.
These trees explicitly aren't Deku trees. They're very similar, yet entirely different guardian spirits. Oracle of Seasons also features Gnarled Root Dungeon, accessed by entering the mouth of a dead tree on an island.
Oh, really?
Gnarled Root Dungeon is something of a remake of Level 1, the first dungeon in the original Legend of Zelda, as Oracle of Seasons
I've never played the first Legend of Zelda.
The first game. And in this original, the resemblance
maybe like a
to
few
the
minutes
Deku
of it,
tree
but
is even clearer, as the tree appears to have eyes.
I should.
It never speaks.
I just know
of
it's
course,
hard.
as it appears to be dead, but the fact that its mouth serves as the entrance
I will
to a
suffer.
dungeon could have inspired Ocarina of Time's Great Deku Tree. Thousands and thousands of years after the events of all other games in the Zelda timeline, Breath of the Wild and its sequel Tears of the Kingdom
no one heard that.
take place. And here we find the third appearance of the Great Deku Tree, found in the heart of the Korok Forest in the north of Hyrule.
I forget
His
they're in the Korok
character
Forest.
profile in Tears of the Kingdom reads,
Cute.
Great Spirit of Korok Forest, a great tree spirit who has stood long vigil over Korok Forest and the sword that seals the darkness. An old friend of Princess Zelda and Link, he gently
Welcome back.
guided
I
their
hope you
efforts
did
against
well.
the calamity.
I hope you got things
To the
figured out,
Koroks living
Optimus.
in the forest, he is both a father figure
We're learning more
and
about the
a
Deku
home.
Tree.
Unlike the trees of Ocarina of Time and the Wind Waker, which are directly
We're only an hour
related,
into the video,
this Deku
and it's
tree
been almost
appears
2 hours
to
of
be a
stream.
separate entity entirely. Instead of being based on something like an oak tree with a
I'm not
canopy of
stopping
green
until I finish
leaves,
this video.
This Deku tree is a cherry tree with wide branches covered in
That also
pink
means I better get
blossom.
my
Cherry blossom
Zelda art
trees
moving.
are of course incredibly significant
Bee.
in Japanese culture and in the world
I like
of Zelda
bees.
too. In Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom,
Oh, that's
they have
a-
special significance in
Isn't that the tree where those blue spirit things show up? Yeah, there it is.
that they are where Satori,
I like
the Lord
these
of the
things.
Mountain, can be found.
They're so
Satori
cute.
is another kind of guardian spirit, one
So
said to
pretty.
watch over animals, and so embodies the essence of the wilderness. The decision to make the
Finding
Great
those things
Deku
was so
Tree
cool.
the largest cherry blossom tree in Hyrule further solidifies his place as a divine guardian of nature. While this version of the Deku Tree serves the same role as its predecessors, we're given some backstory on its origins in the Breath of the Wild lore book, Creating a Champion. The game's lead artist, Manabu Takehara,
I hope you read this for
explains
me,
the
'cause I don't wanna
history
read
of the
this.
tree. The Master Sword has averted many calamities alongside the hero, and the pedestal that restores the sword from the damage it incurs in those battles
Makoto.
is located in Korok Forest.
I shouldn't have
which
pronounced it like
brims
that. I'm
with
so
the
sorry.
energy of the
Makoto.
land. Perhaps by design of the goddess, beside
Pronounces
the
it Puerto
pedestal,
Rican
a
instead.
single young cherry tree grew. The young tree bathed in the energy flowing through the land, and after an eternity
Yummy energy.
had passed, became the guardian
This is not coming
of
out
the
good.
blade. How many sacred maidens and heroes opposing countless
Okay, look, for those who
calamities has this
haven't
ancient tree witnessed?
seen my fully
This
rendered
backstory
art,
gave birth to the Great Deku Tree's design. This old tree
it will
has
come
lived
out
for
good eventually, I
countless
swear.
generations and is the largest
When I
Great
figure out what
Deku
I'm
Tree
gonna
of the
do.
series. It's interesting that this Deku Tree is said to have bathed in the energy flowing through the land. It's described similarly to ancient energy, the mysterious source of power for ancient Sheikah technology.
Yummy energy.
Ancient
What do you guys think the
furnaces,
energy
those
tastes
found near
like?
the tech labs are said to gather massive amounts of energy which is pooled beneath the ground. Perhaps this energy, that which can restore the
Yummy
Master
blue
Sword and
raspberry.
functioned as a source of the Great Deku Tree's
Blue
power, is the
raspberry.
very same ancient
Or
energy that powers
Chug
the
Jug, let me stop.
Guardians, Divine Beasts,
Not the
and
Fortnite.
the Shrine of Resurrection. It could be instead that the energy of the Korok Forest is
Tastes like
something
blue.
else entirely.
Yes.
A more ethereal, spiritual
I want to taste
energy of nature.
the
But the fact that
energy.
the Master Sword's
Blue
pedestal
raspberry.
can
Blueberry,
transport Link to
blueberry.
the trial of the sword, a Sheikah-built illusory
Yummy
realm,
blueberry.
strengthens the Korok Forest's connections to ancient energy. This Deku Tree could be something akin to a natural,
Did I ever tell
organic ancient furnace,
why am I saying this like I haven't said it a million times? For those who don't know,
divine energy.
I like
This
green
excerpt
because of
also
Zelda.
notes that the exact
But also
origins of the
Cedrian. I'm a
Deku Tree
Cedrian right
are
now.
something of a mystery. It suggested that
I'm
the
in my
goddess
Seedrian
Hylia
form.
played a role in seeding the tree, which
Is it a hot take to say that blueberries are like bottom tier berry? Okay, as someone who eats berries extensively, I have to disagree. I think strawberries are the bottom tier. You know why? Because I be buying those shits and then the day after, that shit's moldy. And I'm so tired of eating moldy strawberries. Do you eat mold? It's part of being a VTuber. It's part of being a VTuber. It comes with the job description.
Energy. The forest itself.
That's why strawberries went on the bottom tier and then blueberries went up.
Notably,
I should do a berry tier list.
The time Zelda travels back to in Tears of the Kingdom.
Raspberry are also bottom tier because they also mold quickly. But blackberries don't mold quickly. I love strawberries, although strawberries are technically not berries. I like blackberry. I like raspberries. I like how they taste, but yeah, I like blueberries because they don't expire quickly, and raspberries expire pretty quick.
Can't see its wide canopy.
Strawberries like the pumpkin spice of berries. True.
Implying that it is not yet grown in the forest.
I mean, strawberries still have seeds.
Had existed during this time,
the only way things are
have visited it for advice.
Isn't a berry just a thing, just things with seeds in it? Because technically bananas are berries too because they have seeds in them. But yeah, we tend to buy fruit from farmers markets. Oh, I see. So maybe yours don't mold as quickly as mine. It's not easy to get to a farmer's market from where I live.
She doesn't, placing this Deku Tree's birth at some time after the imprisoning war and the founding of this kingdom of Hyrule. Perhaps sacred forests need
not to dox myself though. No doxing.
Before a guardian spirit can take root. Or perhaps the Deku Tree will grow as the result of some other unseen mechanism. Regardless, Tears of the Kingdom shows the extent of the bond between this Deku Tree and his children, the Koroks. When Link enters the forest through the depths, he finds the Deku Tree has been cursed, complaining about his stomach. This is revealed.
I forgot it's alive.
Phantom Ganon, who pollutes the trees.
Wait, no, this is Tears of the Kingdom.
And this affliction
that's why I don't know.
Effect on the forest as a whole. The surrounding area is
so cute.
In a purple haze, and the Koroks.
I love the Koroks.
Apparently,
whenever we get a craving for bananas, we see the dull sticker and think that slavery is not worthwhile cost for fruit. I actually don't get the dull ones. I think.
He is the embodiment of the forest itself.
Because Dole's like a name brand too.
By the woods surrounding him.
But yeah, that's horrible that they do that.
The Lost Woods act as a barrier. Thick, dark
I usually just get like
Hyrule
the store brand banana.
Nestled between the tall,
like it's all banana.
Trees is the Kokiri Forest, a haven, a strange, magical place watched over by the guardian of the forest, the Great Deku Tree. The father of the forest protects the Kokiri, a race of childlike woodland spirits, among whom the hero of time, Link, lived until he was summoned by Navi to meet
We rarely
deity.
see non-Dole. I rarely see Dole bananas.
Cursed. A parasite has infested his roots, slowly killing him from within. He opens his mouth, revealing the game's first dungeon inside the Great Deku Tree. Link must travel up through the trunk
we don't go to farmers markets, but we go to like those supermarkets that are like kind of family owned because I live in a very Hispanic neighborhood. So this supermarket too, I really like it because they started having Asian food in there, like good bussin' Asian food, like the canned octopus and the good Asian rice. I love those. I actually own a real ocarina. Actually, so do I, and I still don't know how to play that shit. I've had it for like years, so many years. I got it for like a birthday or Christmas, and I still haven't played it. I know how to play piano though. Saria's song was the first song I ever taught myself by ear. Must be original thing. We probably see Dawson's bananas places without easy access.
Down into the roots, where he finds and kills the parasitic Goma. This doesn't actually save the Great Deku Tree, however. He admits that, though Link's efforts to break the curse were successful, he was doomed before he started. So why would he require Link to break this curse, if his fate was already sealed? It's a common theory that this was simply a
I got
test.
mine from Comic-Con.
The Deku Tree needed Link to prove his
Keep
courage,
it on display, but for now it's in the box. I got it in.
The time has
Oh, that's
come
nice.
to test thy courage.
I want to make a custom
However,
ocarina.
like the great Deku Tree's infested
Do you guys have a
roots,
different
I think
Zelda
that this
favorite
theory
Zelda
goes
instrument
deeper.
besides the
Everything
ocarina?
about the great Deku Tree's interior is designed to
For those who are
Link,
new here,
not
I talk about Spirit Tracks a lot. It's my favorite Zelda game. It's even a lot of like my my alerts and stuff or sound effects from Spirit Tracks. I like the Spirit Flute a lot.
just what could be considered natural growth.
Even if it's frustrating to play with it.
And doors, but an underground
We streamed all
water
of Spirit
system,
Tracks here.
Stone tunnels,
It was so
and
frustrating to
even
play with that
revolving
damn flute.
spiked hazards mounted on stone supports. If the Great Deku Tree's interior was designed as a test for the hero of time to prove his courage and earn the Kokiri Emerald, then it seems that this plan is far older than it appears. Perhaps the Great
Your
Deku
favorite
Tree was
instrument isn't
deliberately
just the wolf
planted
howling.
above
You know
these
what? That's
seemingly
based,
man-made
Ivy.
chambers, and for its many long years,
It's
the
you
deity
moving your
shaped
Wiimote back
itself
and
to
forth.
create this
I
challenge.
hate the
Great
I'm sorry. I hate the Skyward Sword motion controls. I hate those.
Deku Tree
I
was
think
entirely
personally that's
aware
worse
of
than
Link's
Spirit Tracks
destiny,
touch
remarking that it was
controls.
time for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. So perhaps the curse
You
laid upon
can't.
the tree had been foreseen.
That will get me so
for
heated
countless
talking about the
years,
Skyward Sword
even
motion
before
controls.
it had been planted as part of the Kokiri Emerald's trial. Ocarina of Time marked the first appearance
There he is.
of Ganondorf,
So
the
menacing.
brutal leader of the Gerudo tribe. But in truth, the Gerudo had been ruled in secret
Fuck motion
by another,
controls.
older evil for
But I do like
centuries.
gyro controls.
The twin witches, Kotake and
My
Koume,
favorite's expensive
controlled
because
their
it's a real
tribe from the
product sold to
shadows,
fans.
using magic to
Oh,
extend
you like
their
the Wind
lives
Waker
well beyond
wands?
what was natural. Apart, they were the sorceress of ice
That
and
is
the
a pretty good
sorceress of
choice.
flame, but together they
Base
formed
choice.
Twin Rover, a powerful being with sorceress of flame, but together they formed Twin Rover.
Hello, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry. Hi, Twin Rova. Hello, hi.
A powerful being with mastery over
What?
both elements.
What?
The pair are guilty of countless
Ow!
terrible acts.
It's
but
mommies.
one
You're
stands out
right.
above
You're right. I'm so sorry. Mommies, sorry.
of the rest. The twins raised Ganondorf.
I think it's only
as
the
his
replica, not a
surrogate
toy.
mothers.
Oh,
Today,
I see.
let's look at the history and lore of Kotake and Koume,
That was a great
the Gerudo
reaction.
witches. The origins
I'm
of the witches is a
sorry.
mystery.
I can't
but we do
help
know that they were
it.
born around 400 years
They
before
knew.
the
Look, they knew what they were doing with that outfit. They literally were showing cleavage. How could I not? Gyro controls. You wouldn't happen to be a Super Monkey Ball fan, would you? I've never played Super Monkey Ball actually. I would love to though, but I actually do like gyro controls. I like playing Splatoon with gyro controls. When Overwatch came out on the Switch, I actually was one of the idiots who would play that with gyro controls too. And my main was Wrecking Ball. Yeah. Because while they're replicas of some of the other instruments, they're not official or toy ocarina. Ah, I see.
events
I
of
want a
Ocarina
spirit
of Time.
flute.
They're Gerudo.
I want the spirit
they
flute
belong
so
to a
bad.
tribe of powerful warrior women to whom a male is
Women!
born only once every century, a man who will become their king. In the years before Ocarina of Time, Hyrule was swallowed by a war that lasted an age,
Vord?
known as the Hyrulean Civil War. Little is
Oh,
known
yeah.
for certain
That
about this
thing.
war, except that the Gerudo and the Hylians were
I
on
like that
opposite
Zelda has, like,
sides, and the
actual
conflict
history in
finally
it.
ended with
Its own
Ganondorf
history,
swearing
not
fealty
actual
to the
history.
king, placing the Gerudo Desert under his control. The war was violent and bloody, evidenced by the Shadow Temple and the
Wind Waker's
atrocities
not an
committed there by the
instrument?
Sheikah.
I think the
Hyrule
Wind Waker
historian
could count as
states
an
that this war
instrument.
lasted for countless
If the wolf
eras,
howling
and
can be an
Ganondorf was
instrument,
still young when he surrendered to the king,
so
which
can
suggests
the
that the fighting
Wind
between
Waker.
the Gerudo and the royal family
Not
went
in
on for years
reality.
before Ganon's birth, which means that the
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
origin of Twin Rover
Oh, they look
is
kinda-
clouded by war.
You know what? These two look like baddies as well. I like both of their forms. If you don't like Twin Rova like this, what's wrong with you? Oh, I meant to put the video back.
Much of the twins' 400-year lives were during this conflict.
Wind
and we
Waker's
can assume
instrument.
that many of them
Not
were
the same
spent
time because the
secretly
official
governing
one
the
is sold
Gerudo
as a
tribe
conductor
from afar,
baton.
and that they had a greater influence on the war than almost anyone else. As the covert leaders of the tribe, it's no surprise that when Ganondorf was born, the child was theirs to raise. It's unlikely that the pair are in any way related to Ganondorf. Neither are his biological mother, they just raised him as their future leader. By the time of the events of Ocarina of Time, Kotake and Koume are
They're 100 years old?
Their lives artificially
They're 100 years old? You think that will deter me? I'm 777 years old.
Belonged by magic.
Exactly, their experience
ended, with the Gerudo Desert now under the control
Mayonnaise got classified as an instrument a while ago. How?
Much of the Gerudo tribe now follow Ganondorf and
don't they use mayonnaise for like sound effects things? Like I shouldn't say actually. I shouldn't say. Isn't there like a sound that mayonnaise makes? It's like. So I found two. Do you want a real one or non-playable one? Wait, for the Wind Waker. I don't know. But if you found them, feel free to share in the general chat of my Discord server. I would like to see later. Foley artist or whatever it's called. Nani?
Like
Foley. Yes. Foley artist. Foley. Yes. That's the mayonnaise. The Foley artist be using the mayonnaise. No, the spirit flute. Oh, I would love to see. Yeah. If you don't mind, you can share my Discord server and I'll look at it later. I appreciate it. Marissa PC98. Thank you for the check-in. Welcome. Mayo does have a distinct squelch. Yeah, for certain sound effects. I'll stop.
But not all. Noboru, the Gerudo's second in command,
I deserve stuff to be thrown at me.
She explains that while she and her followers are thieves, they believe Ganondorf has gone too far.
I love her outfit.
From women and children and murders without.
She be having a good jewelry. She has her nails done. I wish I could have this dedication. Look at her nails. They're cute. They're pink.
The Spirit Temple, using it as a base for him and his followers, which included Kotake and Koume. Noboru plotted to sneak into the Spirit's Temple to steal
definitely not a fan, not enough fan of her.
She intends to steal the silver gauntlets, which would allow her to access the deeper parts of the temple, but is ambushed by the witches, who imprison her with black magic. Around the same time as this,
is mayonnaise an instrument?
His loyalty to
Someone
the
did
family,
just say yes.
But in secret, he attempts to extort the spiritual stones.
I believe it was Soluna who said yes.
By poisoning gods and cutting off food sources.
Now, mayonnaise was classified as an instrument.
The young child of a
She's
woman
a baddie,
who fled the fires of war, into collecting these sacred stones and opening
Soluna,
the door of
why?
time. While Link himself was sealed for
Words
7
aren't
years
real.
within the Chamber of Sages, Ganondorf
mayonnaise isn't real, it can't hurt you.
And laid his hands on the Triforce. For one with a balanced heart, this would have been enough to take control of the artifact.
It's the Dorito.
Ganondorf's heart was impure, and the Triforce shattered, leaving him with only the piece that he represented best, the Triforce of Power. Still, this was an unimaginably powerful tool, with which the Gerudo King brought Hyrule to its knees.
I thought he was just born with it, like Maybelline. I thought Ganon was just born with the Triforce. Well, not the Triforce, but like the Triforce of Power, cause demise and all that.
Years the kingdom burned. Castletown was reduced to ashes, and its people fled to seek refuge elsewhere. But in the 7th year of Ganondorf's
I deserve
reign,
that for not being a real Zelda fan.
Hyrule. Link was released from the Sacred Realm, now fit to wield the legendary Master Sword and wear the title of Hero of Time.
Don't gatekeep yourself.
The forest journeys across Hyrule, freeing the land's temples from Ganondorf's
I don't like complimenting myself.
and helping the 6 sages to awaken and fulfill their sacred duties. This means that
it's like people who have to say that they're a nice person, you know. It's like people who try to advertise that they're funny.
By jumping back through time, Link,
I don't say that.
Child,
if I do advertise that I'm funny, I say it sarcastically.
The Spirit's Temple. But the warrior is captured by Kotake and Koume, and she
remains
in
bring her
captivity
back.
for 7 years. During this time,
Woman
Noboru is brainwashed by the witches and forced to serve Ganondorf against her will.
That's
While
awful.
bewitched, she and a gang of thieves terrorize Hyrule, using cruelty and brutality to get their way. Noboru even experimented with brainwashing people herself, acting nothing like the woman she once was, instead as Twin Rover's puppet. This torment continued until Link returned to the Spirit Temple as an adult,
do they look...
7 years after he met Noboru there as a child. He battles his way through the Gerudo Shrine until
the
he
Weeby
comes
web channel. I put the link to the playable spirit flute. I will look. I can look real quick.
The pair are insulted by Link's intrusion into their temple and decide to show him a lesson by releasing
that looks so cute.
On the hero. Link fights the armored warrior, the clash of steel ringing through the ancient stone halls, until finally the Master Sword shatters the thick plate and
pin it so I don't forget.
To the ground. The armor crumbles away, revealing not a monster, but Noboru, her mind finally her own after 7 years of brainwashing. The Gerudo commander comes to her senses, free from her iron
I don't know why that activated something in me
also. But is ambushed yet again by Kotake and Koume, who plan to bewitch her once more. But this time, Noboru isn't alone. The witches retreat into an ornate chamber, followed closely by Link. Kotake and Koume are impressed with his tenacity, joking that he's come to offer himself as a personal sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. The pair ready themselves for battle. Kotake is the sorceress of flame and Koume of ice. Using their mastery of the elements, the twins battle Link with magic, but the hero bounces back their spells with the mirror shield,
I thought he was going to show them again.
Gerudo artifact.
The only difference is that it doesn't have the bits that would make a replica non-playable.
Double dynamite attack isn't enough to stop the hero.
Women, let's pause in here. Well, this one doesn't have the bits and it's a replica, but almost replica because it's meant to be playable. Oh, I see. I wouldn't know how to play it anyway. I think Zeltick is using footage from the 3DS version. I think he's using footage from Citrus, which is a 3DS emulator that up-reses it a little bit. Well, a lot of it. But look at this. How can I not simp for this?
Who a single mirror shield. Their double dynamite attack isn't enough to stop the hero, who again uses their own powerful
She's got the cute sleeves too.
And so, after 4 centuries,
and she's green,
the lives of Twin Rover
like Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie.
Strangely, for such evil beings, the twins find
Day,
above their heads,
right?
And
would that be Day then, since 2?
To the heavens.
2 mommies.
Kotake and Koume. Noboru was freed by Link and awakened as the Sage of Spirit.
It's like Venom.
The great king of evil Ganondorf was brought to his knees and sealed in a nameless void. But this isn't the only.
And then the blood is also green because they couldn't make the blood red or they would lose a rating. Wasn't that actually a thing? Where Nintendo had to make the blood green so they could get the good rating?
Though Ganondorf returns in the Wind Waker, the only mention of his surrogate mothers is the engravings on his twin
This
swords.
Man always has to get impaled in the head.
Dead, defeated by the hero of
He will never learn.
But we do see Kotake and Koume in both the Child and Downfall timelines. In the Child's timeline, caused by Link travelling back in time to before Ganondorf's betrayal and warning Princess Zelda, Link leaves Hyrule in search of Navi. He becomes trapped in Termina, a bizarre, dreamlike alternate dimension where he eventually meets Kotake and Koume, though they're not the same. Like many of Termina's
By the way,
this
for those who don't know,
as characters from Hyrule,
this was posted like different. 2 days ago.
These witches run
after the Ocarina of Time remake was announced.
Friendly. The exact
he has been cooking probably since the leaks.
Nothing is
He's like, I know it's coming.
Of these alternate counterparts of Twin Rover, but they're almost certainly completely different people to the witches who raised Ganondorf. However, as the Child's timeline follows the course of history after Link prevents much of Ocarina of Time from happening,
I haven't gotten enough art
Twin
done
Rover
today.
Were never killed by the hero in the Spirit Temple, and they remain as secret leaders of the Gerudo. The events in Hyrule between Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess are vague, and we're not given many details to work with. What's clear is that with the information given to her by the time-traveling Link, Princess Zelda decided to act, preventing Ganondorf's betrayal and his entry
Also, for those who are not subbed, you're going to be eaten into ads in 3
minutes.
minutes. I will pause the video so no one misses anything. And for those who are subbed, you can just yap with me while I listen to Gerudo's Valley for like the 5th time.
Absent from Twilight Princess's Hyrule, only returning later on in the timeline in Four Swords Adventures. But it's entirely possible that Kotake and Koume lived on well into the Child's timeline, continuing to control their people from the shadows. This takes us then to the Downfall timeline, an alternate version of history in which Link falls to Ganondorf at the climax of
That's a lot of
Time,
graphs.
forcing the sages to imprison him within the
This
sacred
is a lot
realm
of graphics.
along with the entire Triforce. We know that all 7 sages
This is a lot to remember.
meaning that by the time Link was killed, he had already saved Naboru and killed Twin Rover.
I used to have someone here who would say that Zelda lore is more complicated than Kingdom Hearts lore. And I disagree. I heavily disagree.
This didn't dampen their loyalty,
I can't.
And the pair hatched a plot
well,
to resurrect him.
no, don't you dare.
Demons from the Dark Realm, the Dragon Onox.
Depends what you mean by complicated. I don't.
The neighboring lands of Labrina and Holodrum. Under the orders of Twin Rover, General Onox captures Din, the Oracle of Seasons, and disrupts the flow of the seasons in Holodrum.
Very cute.
And Veran possesses Nehru, the Oracle of Ages, and uses her
Should we have a Kingdom Hearts lore watch along?
The damage done by
I don't know a
these
good
demons
Kingdom
is
Hearts
enough to light the
YouTuber
flames of
to,
sorrow
in particular,
and of destruction,
to put
2 parts of a trifecta of sacred flames
for that,
capable of
if we were to do that.
Ganon. The third flame, the Flame of Despair,
Stuff in Zelda is meant to be read in between the lines, where Kingdom Hearts is fairly straightforward, just a fucking load of it, yeah.
Use her life to resurrect their master. This would have happened were it not for Link, who arrived just in time to interrupt
the reason I do, I mean, I still like both for what they are, but the reason I like Zelda is because a lot of things up to interpretation. The same for Sonic lore. I feel like it's like that for Sonic stuff a lot too. But Kingdom Hearts lore, it's like I like it because it's still a very good story, even if it's not as like up to interpretation as everything else. Maybe some things can be up to interpretation, like in terms of enemies, but I don't know.
And Kurume decide to put a stop to the hero themselves.
Yeah, actually.
First fighting him as a duo, and then just like before, by combining into a single body. Twin Rover again uses both fire and ice as weapons.
She gets a sprite too? Okay, I'm gonna pause for the ads and you guys can stare at the Twin Rover sprite while the ads play. I will see you non-sub sea angels in 3 minutes. Make sure you utilize this time that you're stuck in ads to go pee pee poo poo, go get a drink of water, go get a snack. Yeah. I should hydrate because I've been forgetting to do that. I forgot to put on Gerudo's Valley. There we go. Man, it's so bad. Sea Angels, I'm so sorry, but I think I have to end stream. It's so bad. It's so bad. I wanted to stream, but no, this is so bad. He's gonna kill me. I spilled juice on Wispy's PC. Oh no, I wanted to draw, but I have to make sure this is clean. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to draw. I'm never hydrating again. I'm never drinking anything again. I'm never. Don't ever let me hydrate again. This is what happened. This is what happened. I grabbed the cup and then it spilled. No, I didn't get my period. I spilled juice on Wispy's PC. Not his PC, but it's like around his monitor. It's around his monitor, and I have to make sure this is clean before it stains. I'm gonna raid Weeping Anemone. That's what I use a bottle. I use a bottle, but it opens. It opened. I didn't screw it enough. So I'm screwed. I gotta make sure this is clean. But I mentioned something in chat. I remember I modded The Legend of Zelda to it being called The Legend of Jessie. It was Toy Story mod, and Link was named with Buzz Lightyear, and this one was Ocarina of Time. Fairy managed to mod into an alien toilet. I was testing it fully, never finished it, released it. Okay, I read the message. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm a little occupied with the idea that I ruined technology. Gotta go for now. See you later. VODS still. I'm raiding someone because I fucked up Wispy's PC. Yeah. Thank you for the check-in, but I gotta go clean this shit up. It's okay if you read it bad, get that clean. I'm so sorry. I will see you angels tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Godzilla. We're gonna be playing Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. We're gonna be raiding Weeping Anemone. Weeping Anemone is playing Spyro. Weeping Anemone is also a Sonic artist. Her art's really pretty, so if you guys could stay for the raid, that would be very much appreciated. I'm so sorry this was cut short. We're gonna do a part 2 of this, and then we'll finish watching this. We'll finish watching the Zelda. We'll finish watching that. But yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you angels tomorrow at 10 a.m. EST. I'll be streaming earlier than I did today. Yeah. Be nice to Anemone. Yeah. Thank you all for the resubs and other stuff. I highly appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I am so sorry. I'm gonna go clean this now. I'm so mad.